3, 2, 1, nerd out!
Yeah.
Should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to D&D with the Comrades. I'm Ethan the Renegade, and I'm your GM for this evening. We have Electric Wolf, Sora Avalon, AndyTwoPlay, Jamy Catalyst, and FragChef back with us. Now, this is probably going to be a very short session. It's about 2:30 in the morning here on the east coast of Canada. I am a little tired. Some people have stuff to do tomorrow. And so this is basically just setting up the story, the actual story, not the prologue, the actual story that I've written for these individuals. But first, what happened last time? What happened last time was basically, I just did this for the little fun thing that we just finished doing, the after party of the thing. Yeah, the bonus scene, the after party, and I'll just try to sum up the part 3 of our prologue here as quickly as possible. Nymera's childhood friend who was in love with her died. She found a letter from him. There was a guard who showed up at the mansion. He also died. They found the blackmailer who was the half-orc Giles. He was married to the butler. They both died. And the party got some answers, but not all the answers they were looking for regarding who found the blackmail and why. It has been 4 months. Wait, September.
About 4 months, that's
October, November, December, January, February. It has been 6 months.
Wow.
Since, yeah, 6 months.
Half a year.
Since the incident. And the party has all been called back to Moira, to the capital of Ortan. The approximate location I will ping on the map.
Oh, hold on. Okay, there.
Right. The approximate location of Ortan is about there. The party has been called in to the capital, the main building. What did I name it? I think I have a landmark for it. No, I don't.
Oh. So
the party has all been called together. I don't know exactly if they've been adventuring together or if they've gone their separate ways until now. So I think my
character went separate ways at least.
As they all go and join up together and meet there, I'll give you guys a few minutes to character develop.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
So what
So
did
we
you
each
do
like
the
get
last 6 months?
So yeah, you guys all arrive in Ortan. You're at the main government building. It's at the bottom of a, one thing that you notice about Ortan is that a lot of it is tucked into a bit of a horseshoe shape of mountains and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of the most important buildings, such as the Stone Tower Temple, have been carved into the side of the mountain. So the government building is in fact carved into the side of the Pharaoh Mountain.
Okay.
So you're all at the foot of this
Should we roll to see who arrives first?
Sure, roll initiative to see who arrives when and all that.
I'm
gonna cry
So should we at least decide who stayed with who?
Yeah.
Because I know Myra went by herself.
Okay, so if Myra went her separate way,
I'm with Rosalie.
of course you are.
I went back to Voria to see if I can find the flock and get some answers regarding Sparrow.
We'll handle that later. But you're coming back alone.
Yeah.
Are you? Okay. So
God damn it. I rolled a 4.
Why
You
am I
are-
always last?
You're not even late. You're late.
Yeah, I'm a late person. I'm always late, apparently. It's
okay,
weird.
so I still need Frag to roll his initiative, and I need Sora to roll her. Okay.
I said I rolled 4.
Wait,
Oh, you rolled a 4.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't roll initiative.
I can use my actual dice.
Don't.
You
You have to
would
roll
have
online, that way we can know.
There,
that way-
Jamie. There's
I
a
did
1.
say
I
that.
can see it.
Yeah.
But I thought... Hold on.
Damn
Okay.
dice.
Okay.
With my initiative,
Failed
it's
me.
+4.
Okay.
I did-
You
Fair
still
enough.
I just
got
did
a
20.
5 in total,
You
Jamie.
still rolled a crit miss. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, even then,
That's
if
fine.
you got a
I
5
can still
total.
write last. That's fine. It's just I forgot. I forgot about
yes.
initiative.
Yes, it did, David. We do see your initiative.
Wait,
So,
do I add anything to the...
you
the
add your
initiative?
dexterity modifier.
Okay.
I would have
Okay, then it'd be a 5.
All right then. So David
Forget
arrives
that.
first. Very prompt individual. Basically, the attendant says that you're to wait here until, firstly, the rest of your group arrive, and secondly, until the council is ready to meet with you. Next to arrive is actually Zoel and Mireya arrive at the exact same time.
With Rosalina.
Of course, sure, bring your girlfriend. Whatever, I don't care. Then Thava arrives
Hello.
afterwards, and lastly, Nymera arrives. And so you have this moment together where you can kind of catch up and discuss things.
Oh.
Yes.
Long time no see, guys.
So
Fun
hey,
times.
so David, that was great shooting last time, but last time we saw each other. But what have you been up to the last? It's been what, half a year now?
I've been pretty much everywhere.
By the
you-
way,
Did
just
you-
to let you know, David did in fact find and rescue his buddy.
That's what I was about to say. So, your friend that was held prisoner, did you ever find him?
Yes, I've found him, broke him out,
That's good.
watched
That's a
him run
relief.
off to do something else on his own.
Great to
Probably get back into more trouble.
That's what friends do, right?
It's great that you saved him.
And who else is here? Is Meyer?
Everyone is
Yeah.
everyone is
Everyone.
together.
So I'm Meyer.
So how are
Not
you two,
that I'm-
Soul and
no offense, but-
Rosalina?
You showed up. I'm not too surprised, but quite a little bit of shock. What compelled you to come?
It's only a coincidence I showed up here at the same time as you guys. Might as well stick around, though. It's not like I'm going to be able to get answers by myself. The last time I tried a mission this big on my own, I nearly got killed. I'm not real interested in getting killed at this point in my life. I've still got way too much to do. But I did do some digging around on my own while we were separated. Unfortunately, I didn't find much. Just more trouble, as usual.
Of course.
How are you?
So how are you and Rosalina
I
doing?
went back. You were a robot. What did you say, Thava?
He asked how Rosalina's doing.
How's
That's
the
nice.
relationship between you and Rosalina?
I kind of
Is she
stepped
pregnant
aside.
You have control of Rosalina now. Congratulations.
Oh shit.
I have gifted you this person.
Congratulations, the burden is now yours. You decided to snatch her from the arms of death.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna. She's. I point to like. I want to say, where are we right now? Is it like a? Is there any like scenery? Is there like chairs or benches or anything like that sort?
Oh yeah,
Mountains?
there's definitely some
Okay.
benches that you
So
guys
I
can.
kind of step to the side and I point to a nearby bench, and Rosalina's just passed the fuck out on this bench, and I'm like, she's a bit of a sleepyhead. I would. She's a
Keeping
bit
her
of a
plate, I
sleepyhead.
see.
She's of course, but we're good. We traveled, as you guys heard. They found out the whereabouts of my little sister, who I've kept fairly well hidden with my and I trust you guys at this point. She's with my mentor Dane, and I had Dane relocate himself entirely
Oh, wow.
because I mean, now that my father probably does know
Mhm.
the action that my sister exists now is a problem, but as long as he doesn't know where she is, she should be safe from his reach, and that's one less thing I have to worry about, I guess. But what have you been up to of all things, Thava?
Oh, I went back
any
to the church.
smashed any doors in? Oh wait, you don't do that though,
No,
do you?
I smashed a few tables and a few. A little bit, but not much. Mostly just went back to the church. Calm down a little bit since then.
Okay,
No,
well,
I'm
it's
more-
good to hear. And
More calm, collected.
Yes?
No.
what was that?
I just whispered lies. But
I'm more calm and collected
And-
now.
nice.
And I look at Nymera, and you've been rather quiet. What have you been up to all this time?
Well, I went back to the Voria to try to look for the flock to see if I can get any answers as to why and how in the hell Sparrow got himself in that mess back then, but
Nothing?
Nothing. Wait.
Nope, Nymera
What?
actually did not find out anything. In fact, you didn't see a single member of the flock while you were there.
God damn it.
You actually roll a retroactive perception check.
Oh? Just her, I assume?
What?
I roll a
just,
perception
just
check.
roll a perception check to see if you saw something back then.
Rolls a
Okay.
nat 20.
Roll the crit fail.
Come on, big money, no whammies.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Wait, apparently
you
big
actually
money.
did. You caught a glimpse of a few members of the flock, but they quickly retreated when they saw you. You recognized one of them, actually. Let me just bring up my list of names here to see which one that it is that you recognized. Where did I put the names? I had this somewhere.
You'll
And
find them eventually.
while this is going on,
Sorry,
Thava,
here we
think
go.
of-
You saw Crane and Rhea.
So, yeah,
Alright, did I? Oh god.
while this is going on, by the way, Thava and I are over by Rosalina. We're literally poking her to see if she will. She's a super heavy sleeper,
I'm not
and we're poking her. Hey, you're poking her, Thava. Shut up.
I'm not poking her.
And also,
you
I'm
have to
looking
pay me to poke
around.
her.
They may be poking her, but I'm looking around kind of in awe of the place that we're at. Myers just
yeah,
like,
it's a-
oh.
It's a very big building, very official. And I'd say right about now, after you've finished all of your introductions, at this point, Bertrand comes back down the stairs.
Hey, there's our flying gnome.
Hey.
He's along with Bertrand. There's also an elf with him, two elves actually, one male and one female.
At the sight of them, by the way, I kind of tense up. Zoel, I physically, you can see I'm tensing up.
Bertrand,
But-
I would.
Bertrand kind of greets you as like, so, these are the ones I told you about. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have my old friend, Kenzie Sean. He and I worked together. And also, Miss Ellsworth here. She's the secretary for the mayor. And she'll be escorting you up to the council meeting that they have called for you. Kenji and I are off to the shop. We're going to finish up some last details on your little gift there, David.
Hey, bring a message. Hey, Meyer, did he say Sean as in the same person who lived in the mansion, Sean?
I believe so.
I bring
Bit...
it up. I stopped him. So, are you the same Sean that had stayed in Murdoch Manor by any chance?
Kenji visibly sighs and is like, yes, I did spend some time at Murdoch Manor until Mr. Steelbeard here happened to drive a wedge between Martin and myself.
And you guys seem pretty chummy now, heading off to
I
the...
wouldn't call it chummy.
Okay.
We're working
enough.
together to serve a
Can I-
common purpose,
Working
and that is, it is strictly for this purpose that I continue working with Bertrand.
Fair enough.
Can I roll a perception check to look them over very quickly?
Yes,
Eye them?
I'm gonna roll one too.
by all means.
crap, my
I'm
perception's
also
plus
going to add Kenji to your journals.
I'm gonna
Yes.
look them over.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look at that roll,
Wow.
guys.
Wait,
Nice.
wow.
Soul,
I
you
rolled a
see
nat
everything.
20, by the way,
All
for
right.
the perception.
Wow.
Zoel, you notice right off the bat that this guy has some guns.
Like,
Guns?
No,
Guns?
he has
I rolled a
firearms.
19 and I have...
He has firearms.
thingy-
He's clearly an elf. Like,
Mhm.
he's not a half elf. He's just a straight out elf. He's a high elf.
he's also a wizard,
See-
right? Or some
Yes,
sort
he's
of...
you can tell that he's only recently picked up the firearms, but you can tell that he seems to have an affinity to magic.
Okay. Now, what can I tell between the three of them? I know we haven't talked about the girl much, the female elf, but
She's
anything-
a high elf.
Okay, does she look like most high elves are racist? Does she seem any?
No, she
Okay.
does not seem at all high and mighty or anything. Actually,
What about
actually,
Oh, go ahead.
David, it is time to play the game.
Game time.
Oh.
I would.
It is game time.
Um,
So, for those of you who are unaware, if I didn't mention this in the last session, this is an incredibly high difficulty perception check that only David has the stats to potentially pull off. He can make a d20 roll. If he makes a natural 20, then I can tell him a bit of information. If he doesn't make the roll and wants to try again, he can try to guess a song from my most played and recently played playlists from iTunes. The other players, should they choose, I can make them make rolls to see if they can earn hints. And the game begins now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited.
David, go ahead and roll your perception.
Roll your perception.
big money. No
I'm just gonna say
worries.
I do.
Big money, no whammies.
I
I
probably.
swear to
just-
God, if you roll a natural 20 right now, I'm going to be so angry.
I just stole your. I'm sorry, David, but I stole your nat 20 just now.
Hello and welcome to
no,
Dungeons and
modifiers.
Dragons.
No.
Where you...
No, you still get your modifier, doesn't he? Still get his
Oh, yeah,
modifier?
you still
Yeah.
get your modifier. You get your plus 10.
Hello and
It's a
welcome
DC
to
of
Dungeons
30,
and Dragons, where
so
you're going to be
you have to
betting
roll a
to
natural
see
20 in
how
order
well...
to hit it.
I'm hearing Korean.
What?
I'm hearing Korean.
I wonder why.
What?
Jeez,
What?
how did that even...
How did it...
He's got a thing pulled up. Hold on.
Okay.
I hit
But
the
you-
wrong button.
You need to go ahead and...
What did you do?
Who is our first contestant?
Trying...
David
He's not
Daisuke.
coming though.
He's apparently Korean. Question mark.
Not even close. No, he hasn't rolled yet. I'm talking about him being Korean. That's not close.
No.
But while he's doing that, though, I rolled a 19 for spying. Did I see everything that,
You
Well,
saw
saw,
everything that
'cause-
Zoel saw. You saw Thava didn't
quick-
pick up on magic
I nudged
capabilities.
I have a quick question about so for
I'm sorry.
Bertrand, until David, I want to ask while David's rolling.
Oh yeah,
What-
you also could tell from the perception check that Bertrand seems to be okay with the idea of working with Sean, but Sean is not okay with working with Bertrand. Like there's a
Okay.
lot of hostility between the two.
Because I was gonna say, I remember the letters. I remember I remember the letters.
You can tell for a fact that this is the Sean that
Okay,
they referred to.
but so
Oh
you
my
guys,
fucking god!
Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Applause, folks. That's their
okay.
What is this?
Just something,
This-
something real quick before we go into that. I would like to point out that Meyer is the only one whose picture is not a big character.
What is this? Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! I need a
Well
burn
then.
heal.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm
need.
gonna need a
Um,
walk. Okay, just because you rolled, I am going. Just because you rolled that high, and because I set up this game and everything, I'm just gonna list it. Most played songs are "Dragonfly" by Adam, "Silence" by Disturbed
Yes, I
by
was gonna say
Vast, "You're a Strange Animal" by Gowan, and "Light Up the Night" by the Protoman.
I was gonna
Ooh.
say,
I would have gotten 3 of those.
My
I would
most
have gotten 3 of
recently
those.
played songs, however,
really-
are "Thrash Unreal" by Against Me, "Touch, Peel, and Stand" by Days of the New, "You're So Vague" by Queens of the Stone Age,
yes.
"She Talks to Angels" by the Black Crows, and "Lovers in a Dangerous Time" by Bruce Cockburn.
Lover.
I will say, Ethan, I'm
My
not even
current
joking.
playing song, "Home" by Dream Theater.
I will say, Ethan, I'm not even kidding. I was gonna suggest "The Sound of Silence" by Disturbed, which is really
Oh.
funny.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I mean, come on, it's the
Oh,
best
it's
fucking
fun.
cover.
It's a
It's
great
great.
song.
Okay, so I'm going to Skype isn't an option, so I'm going to whisper to David the
Okay.
Oh
So
my
while this,
god, I can't believe this.
That
while this is
the one thing,
happening,
the one role he needed, and he got that.
Yeah, I nudged Zoel. So while this is happening, me and Zoel can whisper to each
Hey,
other. Maybe.
by the way, I communicate all that I know through the ring of message. So I say to everyone, "Hey guys, I know that as we all know from the letters,
Yeah.
Sean and Bertrand aren't too chummy,
Mhm.
and he's definitely a wizard. I can definitely tell from looking him up and down that he's definitely a magic user. So."
Yeah.
Someone as an ally, I'm not too sure, but let's see how this goes from here.
Could always use more magic.
All right, so I just sent David the
David, you have a ring of message.
covered.
If you
Yeah,
choose
everyone,
to share,
everyone
let me
does
know.
in the party.
Yeah, we all
Exactly.
have a ring of message.
So I was just hinting. You have a ring of message,
Oh,
Okay, so
David.
oh,
at
I
this
thought you were
moment,
asking.
the woman leads you, and she's leading you towards the meeting room at this moment.
Okay, so we're walking, and I kind of. What's her name again?
Her name is Kit Elswith.
Is she in the? Okay,
don't
she's
forget,
there.
Rosalina.
Oh,
You
Oh,
just leave Rosalina.
actually, I
Yeah,
walked.
left Rosalina.
You
That's-
could leave Rosalina.
That's-
It's a safe
I walk up
place.
to Kit and I say, "Hey, excuse me, Miss Elswith,
Mhm.
would you mind calling, I don't know, a guard or someone to watch on my my girlfriend? She's a bit of a heavy sleeper and she's not gonna move."
She just nods and just kind of directs one of the guards over
Okay, cool.
to her.
Just-
And just,
That's okay. So we're walking
Wait.
towards a throne room.
Yeah,
You're-
while we're
you're-
doing this, can I ask Bertrand to hand me back all of the stuff that I lent him? All the paperwork I lent him that we found in the mansion?
he's already gone. He doesn't have it.
He's
I will say to you, just so that your mind is clear, they have it in the council meeting.
Okay.
However,
But I
I,
wanted
just,
to have it on me.
I never gave you
Yeah,
back mine,
so-
Jamie, just to let you know.
So
I still have mine.
Actually,
you guys,
hey, no.
you guys will
I-
be going up a staircase now. So
I
just one at
decided-
a time.
I changed my mind just because of all the events that have been going on. I turn around before we completely leave, and I pick up Rosalina as she's sleeping, and I walk with her.
Do you want me to carry her? Like, I can...
Right, like
How
freaking
romantic. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. If you wanna, with an old maid snoring in your arms, restless.
I mean, it's...
Frag, just to check, did you get the message thing that I sent you?
You
I
got
got
it.
it.
Okay.
I could probably carry her easier than you
I
could.
saw it.
So yeah, anyway. There is just a little bit of time if you wanted to drop that bomb on everybody, or we can just go straight into the council meeting.
Oh.
And then
You can tell
then,
me.
and then you could choose to drop it after the council meeting, during the council meeting, never at all, right now, anytime. That's up to you.
He's typing something. You're gonna have to give him a second. Oh, he's putting it in his notes. Give him a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drop the bomb!
So yeah, we'll
Anyway,
give him, we'll give him a little time to write in his notes, and so
while
if
we're walking,
anyone
while
if
he's-
anyone else would like to
Sorry.
talk to Kit Elswith
Yeah.
as she leads you towards the council meeting.
I wanted to talk to Nymera,
So,
actually.
what's...
Oh.
Yes.
Like, I step back, everyone goes ahead of me, because originally I was next to Zoel, and then Zoel goes back up with Kit, and I walk back with Nymera, and I nudge her, and I'm just like, about the last time we saw each other when I was drunk, Nim, I'd like to apologize for that. It's weird, because this extremely stoic character is all of a sudden very nervous and shy. She's
Because
just
he
like,
likes
I don't want to
you!
apologize.
Oh, girl crush!
And oh god, I'm trying to figure out what the hell to say because Mary doesn't
I
even
warned
know
you.
how to react to flirting.
So since you don't
Neither
know,
does Meyer, she was drunk.
since you
I
don't,
was gonna
since you don't,
say something
go
real
ahead,
quick
Thava.
while you were thinking. I've basically
No,
become like Zoel's personal mercenary.
Okay, so since Thava's carrying Rosaline and I heard, I could easily hear what Thava or Meyer and Nymera are talking about. I kind of slink back to them and I say, "Hey girls, so how's the sex?"
I would
I
like
slap it with
I
my
would like to slap
tail.
Zoel, Can I slap Zoel?
I uncurl my tail from my waist
Roll an
and
attack,
slap him.
please. Thava.
20.
Wait,
Do I roll an
Thava
attack
gets
too,
to
since I slap him too?
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh. Oh, fuck.
I get an 8.
Thava straight up backhands you and you almost fall over.
What do I add to my attack roll?
You just roll a straight d20 and add your strength.
I
No,
don't
no,
have
don't
a
add
strength
anything.
mod.
Just roll a d20.
Oh. This is amazing.
Smack.
Just walk over like, excuse me. I've had enough of your shenanigans. So.
Okay, so Nymera, you also hit him.
I duck.
Mireya does not.
I duck.
I
However,
miss.
yeah, Thava almost
I high-five
knocks him
Thava,
down
though.
with the backhand.
I think
And
the
I'm
reason
not
why I
the
miss is
Thava.
because I'm so much. Like, Meyer's face is on fire, literally.
Okay,
And she
anyway.
misses because she's distracted.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I gave you Rosalina back so I can fall over and laugh her head because I accidentally hit you a lot harder than I thought I would.
David, you look in deep thought over here. What's
Kit
going
just
on?
turns around at this scene behind her and she's like, you can tell that she's visibly like disappointed looking like,
I knew it. I knew it.
They're
I knew it.
useless.
I knew it. She thinks she's high and mighty. Fucking elves.
Or maybe it's because
Oh,
you
God,
made a
I
comment
don't know.
like that.
or maybe it's because you're fucking slapping each other on your way to a council meeting.
And it's saying stuff about sex.
Yeah, that's why I slapped you.
What kind
Now-
of babies a fire Jinsai and a freaking whatever the heck Nymera is put together
Tiefling.
would make
Tiefling
What?
Tiefling and a fire Jinsai. That would be pretty crazy.
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah,
That would
let's
be
make our way
interesting.
back.
Anyway.
Unless David wishes to say something to us. We
oh,
can
his,
go in
his
and
mic is muted on Discord, which is why we
No,
haven't
he's
heard his
on
voice.
my mic.
Oh, right.
He's on my mic. He's just not sure what to say.
Yeah, it is quite the bombshell that I threw at him.
Oh.
So,
Feel free to
So-
share the information anytime, but until then, we should make our way to the council meeting. And I go follow Kit's
Just
cat.
Five.
walk up to Zoel and pull him around and talk to him, dadgummit. You can't do it, can you?
I mosey on up to David. So I walk up and I say, "Hey,
wait
David."
until the
Go ahead.
head.
Yeah.
What
You
was
wanna
that?
wait
I
until
said go
after?
Go
Uh,
ahead, David.
Crying now.
Renegade. What's her name again?
Yeah.
The elf?
Her name is Kit.
Kit? Okay.
It's in everything's in the thing. By the
So
way,
I
everything's
follow,
in the NPCs.
I'm following Kit to the meeting room. Or the council meeting.
If I roll a perception check, can I kind of see what kind of person Kit is, like if she has an affinity for magic or anything?
That's an insight check.
Yeah, that's
I
an
mean-
insight.
I mean, I did roll a perception check of 20 earlier, and I could tell that what's his name.
Insight, son.
Okay.
And
May I roll insight on Kit?
Sure, go
Can I
ahead.
do the same?
No.
Let's all do it.
Sure, just roll insight on the new person. Okay.
16.
Okay, so I walk up to, as I'm inspecting, I walk to David there, so. Okay, well, if you do figure out anything, please let us know immediately. Like we have faced in the past, especially in the mansion, any information is dire at this point. Or I
All
continue.
right. So you can tell that Kit kind of has the look of her that like someone who's really glad to be working the job she is. Like she's been given a second chance at life. She does not seem to have an affinity to magic. You do notice that she has kind of quiet steps. Like you
Ooh.
barely hear her as she walks.
So, okay.
Yeah, I guess
Continue.
that's about that. You can.
Okay, well, I ring a message quick. Hey, guys, anyone else, if you notice that I don't really hear Kit's footsteps, I think before her job as a mayor's assistant, she may have been Someone of maybe a rogue or
Maybe.
someone who's a shady business. Anyway, let us continue along our journey.
Can Meyer makes the remark of, ugh, I hope she wasn't a thief. I hate thieves.
Is that out loud?
Yes. Well, she kind of whispers it.
But yes,
Make make a stealth check.
Stealth check?
Make a stealth check.
Stealth check?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Make a stealth check to see if.
Am I
Make a stealth check to see how goddamn loud you were with that.
Oh
Oh!
my
roll
god.
a one. Roll a one.
Hold on. I think my stealth is...
David, you didn't write anything.
Oh my god, my stealth is -1.
Wow.
Oh god.
You can hear Kit's ear twitch.
You can hear it.
See it. You can see her ear twitch as
Well,
Nymera
at least
speaks.
I
that
walk
means
over.
that she was probably a thief.
I walk over
Yeah.
to Kit and I just kind of
I mean,
whisper
she
over
heard
to her.
you.
Kit, I apologize greatly for my companions.
I don't apologize.
Wait.
I
As
don't know
she's
how to
saying this,
describe
I kind of yell. Nobody loves a suck up.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them today. I apologize for my companions' state of affairs, let's say.
Let's move on.
Most of us
She
had to
just
watch
kind of
people
stares at you, gives you like a light nod, and then opens the door to the council chamber and
Voila.
gestures for you guys to all enter.
I...
Okay. Do we get a map?
No. I'm afraid I have no maps.
Okay, let's do this.
I sit as close
This
as I
is
can
all
to the head
thanks
of
to
the
your
table.
imagination.
Imagination. But yeah, I sit as
So
close
you
as I
all
can to the
enter
head of
this
the table.
room. It's circular. It's a circular room. Stop pinging things. Yeah, it's a circular room that seemed to have a kind of semicircular table. At the table, there are seatings for, let's see, I need to double check my count of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 individuals seated in this semicircle. Among the number, there is an elf, 2 dwarves, a halfling, a deep gnome, a human, another elf, and nope, he's a half elf. My bad. A half elf, and a dragonborn.
Sorry, I was just about to
You
ask.
can tell that the elf seated centrally. He's dressed in like noble-esque robes, simple, but you can still tell that they're of a noble position. It looks almost as if a uniform for his job. You can tell that he is a person of authority by his central seating. Directly to his right, however, you all should be able to recognize this individual one way or another.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the legendary Aldor Ironforge. He was a member of the adventuring group known as the Watchmen, who have disbanded only recently, within the past few years, but they have changed the world, these guys. And Aldor was one of the founding members. The Watchmen, of course, having started in Ortan with Aldor Ironforge and a half-elven monk named Ariel Lionheart. The two of them founded the Watchmen. You can tell that there's also the other dwarf is a female. She's dressed in armor, heavy armor, and she appears to be a paladin. The halfling is dressed in a black cloak. You get the assumption that he's a sneaky individual. The deep gnome is dressed in worker's gear, but he appears to be on top of things, even though he's a worker. He appears to be a person who's holding himself high. The human, she appears to be wearing not the best clothes. Like, she looks very out of place compared to the rest of these people. She looks a little disinterested, ratty clothes. Then you see the half-elf, and this guy is decked out. Like, he is wearing the latest fashions. He looks absolutely ridiculous,
Fabulous.
extravagant, and
Oh,
fabulous.
fabulous.
And
Looks
lastly is the monk, the Dragonborn.
Mhm.
You can tell he's a monk based on what he's wearing. He's wearing simple clothes, sleeveless, so you can see that the sun's out and his guns are out. And he just looks like a real chill guy. So you see, you're now standing in the room. The council has not formally addressed you yet. Kit closes the door behind you and takes her place standing at the left of the elf. All right, so I'm gonna do it then. The human female looks at you guys and looks over at the rest of her compatriots, looks back to you. So, do you talk first or do we talk first? How's this usually go?
I figured you
She
guys
just
talk
kind of
first.
looks back and forth between you guys and the elf.
I think Meyer would speak up first. It's just like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm completely lost. Why are we even here again?
And this what the fire lady said.
The elf,
It's a nickname for me
the
now.
elf leans forward and says, "My name is Mayor Aelfric Shan. As stated, I'm the mayor of this fine town of Ortan.
Yeah. So you're
To my
the.
right- To my right is Aldor Ironforge. I'm sure you all know who he is, his contributions to the world's safety, and they've been...
I bow. Like, I bow when they mention him. Kind of, like, you know.
We also have our Minister of Justice, Brenna Solberg. Our Spy Master, the Spy Master of Ortan, Darnell Shadowstep. Our Minister of Industry, Eredor Stormbreaker. Our representative of the people, Yanida. And that would be the human.
Mhm.
Richard Dario is our accountant of sorts, the Minister of Finance. He also represents one of the founding families of our city. And Yuvonyol is the religious representative of the city.
Yuvonyol.
And all of these characters should be appearing in the journal for you to read up on them.
Right now.
And after they all introduce themselves, well, after they're all introduced, Darnell is the one who speaks up next. He's like, "So, Bertrand passed some information on to us."
Mhm.
He kind of slides the letters forward on the table. This report from Ire is really troubling.
I grabbed the papers.
I don't think we're that
Or,
close.
like, am I close enough so I can like?
You are given more or less permission to reach forward and grab the papers.
So yeah, I reach over and I grab the papers and I start like reading the papers as he's talking. I can multitask.
It's basically the letters regarding Silas Tethras of Ire and his dealings with certain elements.
Mhm.
And Aldor speaks up next. He's like, "Within the past few months, we got some troubling news from Ire. King Gideon has died in a raid by a mercenary army supplemented by necromancers.
Oh.
From
Unfortunately,
which
since his wife Rachel and his son Arthur have both passed, that meant his brother Silas takes the throne.
Mhm.
I've got a bit of a history with Silas, and I know for a fact this is not a good thing."
Oh.
And where does
And then
this?
Richard interrupts and is like, "Sir, you do not know that these accusations against Silas are completely true or false. And then Yanita interrupts him, going, "Oh, shut up. You're nothing more than the abbreviation of your fucking name."
So, and I walk up, so I can tell that everyone here isn't too friendly with one another. But may I ask why the fuck we are here?
Aldor leans forward.
I quickly
Elfric
just
kind of leans
slide
forward
the
and
papers
says,
into my pocket.
You'll find that we're quite friendly with each other, save for Yanita and Mr. Dario's less than stellar records with each other.
Fair enough.
We're here. We brought you here because Bertrand has praised you as a group effort and says that you're all very capable.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to personally hire you to escort a diplomat from here over to Albion in Ire to attempt to parley with Silas and hope that he will not make military action against us in Moira.
Mm-hmm.
There are great concerns of that.
So,
regardless of whether or not we agree on certain rumors regarding Silas and his activities, we do know for a fact that it's a good idea to send a diplomat over to a new king to show respects and hopefully to gauge his being, who he is, and what kind of a man Silas is. If any history that we have heard from Aldor is of the case, we are taking this very seriously. This is a grave matter.
And this.
So an escort mission.
This is an
That sounds
escort
simple
mission.
enough.
Yes.
We're escorting like an ambassador of sorts to where were we escorting them to again?
You're
Ire.
escorting them to Albion.
To Albion. Okay,
In
so
Ire.
we're escorting a party to a new king who is possibly not a nice guy, to put in gentler terms. Hostile, yeah, let's say possibly hostile. How does that affect us per se? Because
More of a good question is, how does it affect our pay?
well,
You will be
That's what I was going to
my-
ask. How much are we getting paid, man?
My events are in
Eredwar.
Seiya. My events do not are my life is not usually Moira. I'm usually in Seiya. So what happens here does not usually affect me farther west.
At this point, Eredwar kind of leans forward. He's like, "You'll get paid for your work. We always reward hard work here in Moira."
So
Doesn't
you are
tell me how
expecting.
much it is, though.
Wait, so you are expecting some sort of trouble if you're considering this hard work, this simple mission hard work.
Hard work is hard work.
Mhm.
Let me tell you a story. And then you immediately tell half the council just kind of face palms like, I used to live in the Underdark.
Okay, so
You know what happens in the Underdark?
quick
You
question.
get grabbed
for-
by Drow and Durgar and you get made to work as a slave. You know what I did? I killed my slave master and I stole his fucking whip. And he lifts a whip up for the group to see. He's like,
You didn't.
and I came here and I built my way up to the bottom, from the bottom, and now I'm the Minister of Industry.
Okay,
A very-
you
very
didn't answer
good-
my
We don't
question.
care.
Though.
So hard
You didn't-
work can
you
get you
didn't-
anywhere,
Very
and
good.
You
hard
didn't
work
answer-
always pays.
You didn't answer
So
my question,
yes,
though.
we are prepared to pay you for this work that you will be doing for us. We're
How-
expecting it to be a little dangerous. We don't know what Silas is like. So yes, we're gonna pay you a lot. At least 1,000 gold each minimum.
So
Ooh.
how
I perk
far,
up at
how far are we traveling? Let's say.
Could I roll to see if my character might know something about Silas because of she knows some people.
Roll a history check.
So
I'm rolling too.
how
Okay,
how far would we
this,
be traveling?
Never mind.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay,
Nymera.
yeah.
Nymera, go.
Nymera,
Stop,
go.
guys. Nymera.
Mary,
I was just gonna ask the DM if since Nymera is from Ire, would she have like any?
Actually,
knowledge?
yes, she would know. A lot of the history involving the these individuals. Mireya, you rolled high enough to know, so you also know. I'm going to say this for everyone's benefit. You know that there is a bit of a history with Silas and his brother Gideon. Silas was a bit of a reckless kind of guy. He was always pulling off feats of heroism in his youth, including saving his brother from a lion. He killed the lion with his bare hands as a young man.
Oh, wow.
But then he seemed to get a little on the colder and more bitter side as he got older. And then it turns out that the young Prince Arthur was got very sick and died. There were rumors that it was an act of poison. That was a very public thing that was a big news in Ire and throughout many parts of the world, as Mireya recalls with her history check. Also, you recall that Queen Rachel died defending her husband from an assassin.
That's right.
Who
How do we
no
know
one
this
know no one knows how that assassin got into the palace the way he did. There were more accusations of an inside job. Nothing again could be proven as to who was involved. And yeah, that's about all that you can really gauge about Silas and his history with his brother.
Okay, I want to say two things. One thing, you see the irony of both me and Britt knowing the truth about Silas? I find that ironic. I find it very ironic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love
and
it.
the second thing, okay, so Myra speaks up. She's like, because, you know, she's only said like maybe two things when she walked in the room, and she's like, I would actually like to make an offer. She's about to get herself in trouble. To the council, whoever the heck you people are with your nice fancy clothes and your money.
Richard kind of stands up, but Yvonne just grabs him and pulls him back down.
Yeah, let's let Myra get herself back in trouble here.
I grab Myra on the shoulder just gently. Be like, watch what you say, Myra.
No, but I shrug him off. Or I shrug her off, sorry.
We talked about this!
I do this! This is what I do. I'd like to make an offer. I, for a fact, know that Silas has done some things that he shouldn't and has gained the throne by disreputable means. If I can find proof of this, I would like some money to show you the proof, so that you can dethrone him the legal way. You know, just so.
Brenna just kind of...
I can add that onto a bonus for our escort mission.
Brenna nods like, if you can find any evidence to suggest that Silas is a danger to the world, then by all means send us word with evidence. Evidence.
By the way, cough, cough, criminal background, I can get things to people really quickly. Cough, cough.
Yeah, with evidence.
Evidence.
And we will add a bonus to your pay.
So,
hey, by the way, hey, after this, could I use my contacts ability? I've never even thought about that until just now.
Yeah, you probably could actually.
Continue the story. I'm gonna look at my player's handbook.
Question. So, how much did you say we're getting paid again?
1,000 gold per.
1,000 gold.
Yeah, 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold minimum.
Minimum. How? What is the distance we were going to travel approximately?
This is the part where I don't know the scale of my own maps.
Oh, okay. Could you give a time frame ish?
15 feet. We're going 15 feet.
15 feet. Man, that's gonna be a long adventure.
Let's see here.
You can turn that into miles. 15 miles still isn't far.
On there too.
Maybe 150 miles.
It should take you about maybe a month, two, perhaps.
And we're getting 1,000 gold for this.
You're getting 1,000 gold to take a diplomat there and bring him back safe, unless something were to happen. But
I kind of look at Thava, kind of intuitive, and I lean in. And I say, "Do we get this pay before or after?"
Yeah.
Because we are. I'm gonna say I don't know about everyone else here, but I'm not the richest of fellows, and 2 months on the road, we're gonna need some money to and
Pay for
whores. I mean,
Darnell kind of speaks up and is like,
weapons.
you know, we will give you a little bit of a bonus off the top to pay for your gear. We still
Okay.
owe you for, well, Bertrand left some money for you as well.
fair enough.
Ooh, how
Just
Sounds good.
Well, he left you, about $100 each, 100 gold each, after all the damages to the manor that you have to pay for.
I don't. I
and
don't
That's
quite
already
recall
cut from our
this.
pay.
That's
I-
already been cut for your pay.
with
And then
I
we're
kinda-
willing to offer you an extra 400 to make it an even 500 before you even get started.
An
And then I
extra
kinda look around.
400. Okay.
Dolars. What's that?
Fire
No,
is
yeah, what is
wide-eyed.
What are
Like,
these?
I don't think I've ever
dollars?
held 500 gold in my life.
You'll have to
Oh.
forgive Darnell's phrase. He's from out west.
I
those-
kind of look.
hey.
I kind of look.
How far
I
out
kinda
west are we
look to everyone
talking
and
here?
And I kind of say, so about Mr. Murdoch. None of you know
All right.
anything about that, any about his disappearance or perhaps his whereabouts. Do you?
Oh,
I looked. I gestured to
Okay.
everyone, all the council.
Elfric kind of leans forward and is like, my son worked with him, you know.
I do, but that wasn't the question.
Sorry. Father's pride and all that. Father's pride and all that.
I understand. And I'm
We don't know where he's gone.
Alfred, I apologize.
Afraid that
for
we honestly don't know where he's gone.
Give me a sec. Can I do an insight to make sure none of them completely
All
know
right,
it all?
roll yourself an insight check.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
I'm
doing a
really
perception one because I'm
someone-
looking at the council, so I'm gonna do a perception one to check the
Yeah.
council for things.
Wow.
Critical failure.
Oh.
You neither of you can tell shit.
David, roll. David, roll. David, roll.
I
I have a
David,
question.
roll.
Would I be able to?
What can you see with your eagle eyes?
Could I persuade them?
Insider perception.
Either one.
It would be
Whichever
insight.
one you have higher.
Insight if you're trying to figure out their
Would it?
intentions or if they're lying to you.
Yeah, insight is trying to figure out their
Okay.
intentions.
Yeah. Perception
Well, I
is
was
seeing
just
the world
trying to
around you.
perceive them to see if I saw anything suspicious.
Yeah.
It's insight.
Jamie,
So,
perception is like you see if they're holding like knives out or something ready to stab you.
okay, well, I'm gonna roll for insight then, because I did perception first.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh.
sweet.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
I got better than David did.
you can tell that Aelfric, Aldor, Brenna, Darnell, Eridor, Unita, Richard, and Yuvanyal all have no idea
Aw.
where he's gone. Aelfric, Aldor, Brenna. Let me just think for a second. Aelfric and Aldor are definitely concerned about his disappearance, and so is Darnell. Unita doesn't look like she knew him personally, but she's otherwise like a little concerned that a legendary figure like him just randomly disappeared.
But is there anyone who looks like not even bothered that he's missing?
Richard does not look bothered in the slightest that he's missing, but he does. But you can tell that he wasn't involved.
Okay.
He just doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, he was just a guy who did things.
Okay.
And
Alright, so
Elfric leans in and is like, so,
So
will you guys take this job for us?
well, depends on who we're escorting.
yes. Who
And
are
at that moment, a individual kind of stumbles in. He's a little hungover.
Oh
And,
God,
Oh
yes.
boy.
Oh, Lord.
Oh god.
He's just a little hungover, and you can see immediate disappointment and regret in Richard's face.
Oh, it's Richard's child.
This is Emeriel Dario.
Oh
He
God.
is our chosen
Oh.
diplomat for this. Emeriel, were you drinking again? And he just kind of. Only last night.
I kind of
Only because I was celebrating getting the job, okay? I'm going sober for the rest of the trip.
Better believe you are, bud.
I kind of look to Richard and go, "Nice kid you got there."
And Yeah, so Elfric kind of looks at you guys. Please, don't let him touch alcohol. Please.
We won't be having
we
any
will
alcohol.
make sure that everybody, including the party members, will be sober for the entire trip there and back. And I look at Zoel, and I look at
How dare you? I
the
don't
kid
drink when
that
I'm on a
just walked
mission.
into the room.
How dare you insinuate such? I don't drink when I'm on a
I
mission.
looked at Zoel, and I looked at the kid who just walked into the room.
Fat fucking. I kind of look towards what's his name, Emerio, and I go, fat chance we're not. Oh, is that David? I was hoping. I was really hoping David.
That was my.
I fist boy.
So, do you take the job
Can I
or?
roll a perception for this guy?
Sure. Roll perception, whatever.
You're
I don't know what you're looking
It's
for
just-
though.
I always do that. It's what she does. She always.
So, I say,
Sweet.
who? Okay. That's really bothering me. It keeps making noises. Who asked if we were taking the job?
Elfric did.
Elfric, give us one night. Wait, what time is it? Is it like late in the day or?
It's about afternoon.
Afternoon. Let us stay here for the night, and we will leave in the morning.
Yeah, fuck you. We're taking the job. 1,000 gold. Whew. I kind of just walk off.
I wouldn't walk off.
Why would you?
Yeah. So, Mireya, your perception check on Imariel. He's dressed in fine robes. He's dressed like he's dressed like a diplomat. You can tell that he has been drunk very recently, and he's now a little hungover. But he's very good looking. You do notice that as well.
Oh my
But
god.
and anything else,
like-
perception and all that, you can tell that he's dressed nicely. He's an attractive young half elf. He's also hungover. And so, yeah, David says, let's take a late lunch and discuss this there in the chat. And so,
I think that's what Thava was kind of saying. Let's
Yeah.
discuss
Let
it before
us
we rush
sleep
into
on
anything.
this.
Plus,
And
if
I'm
we are
muttering
taking-
under my breath that if we're escorting him, we're gonna have to make sure he does not look like an attractive target.
Why would
Because
it?
did you say that he
And then-
looked?
yeah, he's dressed in nice clothes.
Yeah,
He's a diplomat.
a diplomat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and I'm muttering this
It's-
under my
it's-
breath. Like, oh god,
Oh,
we have an
well,
easy target.
I'm standing next to you.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to him. I hear you.
We're
like
all standing
we'll
next
give him
to
like
you.
a cloak and cowl or something to
Okay.
cover him with.
Yeah, I look over to Alfric. Let us eat and sleep first, and we will have decided by the morrow
And-
if we're taking up this mission.
I walk
By all
up.
means, think on
I
it.
walk,
We'll-
I walk
we'll-
up. Sorry, go ahead.
By all means, think on it.
Okay,
You
thank
may
you.
take your 100 gold now. That has been gifted to you by Bertrand.
Boom.
Thank you.
Decide to accept the mission, we'll give you the other 400.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, then
And
I
we will-
walk up. I
We
put my hand on
will
the
convene
counter.
again tomorrow.
Sounds good.
I put my hand on the counter, but I say, I don't care what the rest of these guys say. I am on the job for you guys.
Yeah, actually, I was going to do the exact same thing. Darn you, Zoel. Myra comes up behind you and claps you on the shoulders like, I'm also in. I need the money.
I look over at those two.
We'll
I don't know
see
about
about-
the rest of them, but me and him, we can get
Darnell
shit done.
kind of leans in and he's like, we'll see about the rest of them.
I look over to
But
you two, and
I like
say,
you two. You're not afraid to get shit done.
Nah.
That's what we try to do, man.
David
Well,
said
what's-
kids lunch now.
Yeah.
Here,
So,
wait, let me do
you
my
guys
David
can all
impression.
go up
Kids
and,
lunch now.
Sorry, what?
This is my
I keep-
David voice.
I keep forgetting about that. I keep forgetting.
So,
I keep
yeah,
forgetting David is like 10 to 20 years older than some of us.
Kids lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
He's
yeah,
the
at this
dad.
moment, Kit escorts you guys out of the room and down the stairs back to the main room.
I
Okay.
follow.
And yeah, if you guys would like to go to a magic shop or something, or take a lunch, or
Lunch.
I
Yeah,
would.
let's go to a cafe.
I would like to go to a magic
First
shop.
lunch,
Actually,
Then, yeah, it's best that we stock up on supplies.
Well, you guys
All
don't
right.
have
Would
to.
you guys like to ask around for that? Or
Yes.
How about this?
find
Wait,
it on your own?
before I gather us all together, I'm like, hey, what we should do is before we all go out and we buy whatever we want, not thinking about it. Why don't we what do we have? Have we 5 people? I'm not even sure. We have 5 people,
1, 2,
right?
3, 4, 5. Yes.
5. Question: does Rosalina get paid at all?
She's not going with you.
No.
She's not.
No.
No.
Do you want to send Rosalina on a escort mission where there's a tyrant king?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you really want to put her in danger like that?
I wanted to bring her. I was gonna do this. I was doing it for you, Ethan.
This is all
I'll
for
pick
you.
my moment later. Thank
Ethan,
you.
my love.
Okay.
This is all for
But
you.
yes, Kit is still with you guys at this moment. You're just in the lobby.
Kit,
Okay, I kind of say.
Where's-
Oh,
where's the magic shop, Kit? Is there like a place where we can stock up on weapons and magical
Before-
Potions.
Potions.
If you're
Thava.
looking for potions, you could go to Osborne's Arcadium. If you're looking for a place to
Okay.
eat, the One-Eyed Band is a tavern in the district that you could always see. Thorogood is the finest brewmaster in Ortan.
Okay.
You could see him for a meal and some mead.
Is there
I.
places for magical items, or is it just the potions?
That would be Osborne's Arcadium. Weren't you listening?
Okay. Well, you
Ooh.
said specifically
Okay,
potions,
at that point-
so making sure.
I put my hand on Thava and I grab everyone. I pull them to a circle. I say, hey, before we go spending our money on things we think we may want, I think we have together total at least 500 gold for certain. When we get paid the early advance 400, even more each. So we're each going to have about 500 gold. I say right now, we pool our money together and buy what's necessary first. Maybe send everyone to get certain things, however much it may cost. But I don't think we should buy anything too sporadically until we get our 400. We should save the 100 for necessities together if we're going to work as a team. What say ye?
That sounds
Sounds like a good plan.
And at that point, I kind of grip David on his shoulder and go, hey, buddy, you look like you've been thinking a lot lately. I just want to make sure.
God, all that is holy. Please say the thing now.
I'm pulling you aside right now, so I'm talking like, hey, if something's in your mind, just let me know, man. I am here to talk. I want to keep the group together. I want to keep the group healthy. So, whatever's in your mind, lay it on me.
Well, at first, I looked really uncomfortable that Zoel grabbed me and tried and slip away. And then I say, well, I need to tell you something. Would you come over here with me privately?
Okay, at this
Can I
point,
stealth near them?
I know.
Roll a stealth check.
No. I looked before everyone's wrong. I looked to everyone. I say, "Hey guys, I need to take care of something. Please give David and I a couple minutes." I eye the sneaky people in our group like, stay the fuck away from them.
Hey, you don't know if I'm sneaky or not.
True, but continue.
I'm
And you
not.
can
I'm
roll-
-1 stealth.
I'll try to stealth near them.
Okay, then roll a stealth check. They'll be rolling perception against you.
Come on,
I'm gonna
big
do it
monkey,
too,
don't
even though I
grab me.
know it's not gonna be.
Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, perception. You guys actually passive perception.
Oh my god!
Oh, never mind.
Well, if
No.
Nymera wants...
He's so disappointed in me.
Oh my god. David,
Mira
you
does
need
not
to
see.
know.
Go buy
David
your
like
supplies.
sees her and almost shoots at her. Basically.
So, David sees both of you. Zoel, however, would only see Nymera trying to be sneaky.
Do you hear David? Did you hear what David said? Right?
No, I didn't.
David looked at Mireya and said, "Go buy your supplies."
Me?
Yeah.
I said Nim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he was talking to Nim, not me.
something
Oh.
real quick,
I'm
guys.
so
Someone I knew
soft,
was
like-
trying to stealth.
Guys, something real quick. Mostly for Jamie. You don't have to do +/-1. You can just do -1. Just wanted to point that out there.
Oh,
Continue.
well,
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway. So
Anyway.
what do you say to Mireya, David?
because I stealth, but you got me still. Because I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
But-
That would have been
Let Dave-
impossible.
That
Jamie-
still stopped me.
Jamie,
From
let
your
David
frickin'
speak.
30.
Let David speak.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I guess I would just say, and you too, go do whatever it is you need to do.
Okay. So I
Bye
go
bye.
off to the weapon shop or the magic shop.
Do you, just to keep the kind of hype, David or
handle David and Zoel first.
You want to type it to me or copy paste it to me if you want to, just to kind of keep it away from them for now, so they literally cannot hear what we're talking about.
I already know.
Yeah, one another screen peeked.
Oh.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Sitting right
I
next
can't
to me,
fucking
not
believe
2
this.
inches away. Okay?
I go off to
Technically, you know it's
the
player
magic
knowledge.
shop. That
Not
way I
character.
can't listen to them.
Yeah, I don't know the player, but yeah.
Alright
Yeah, I'll
then.
go with Thava with the to the magic shop
All
after
right,
I
so-
I guess
ask for directions
I'll go
because
to
we've never been here.
Alright, so you get the directions, and you, who's all going to the magic shop?
I am.
I am.
By the way,
I am.
I handed my 100 gold. I handed 20 of it to Meyer, and then the rest of it, the 80, to Thava, and I say, hey, if you see any potions, grab me a couple, and here's your 50 gold payment as well.
Thank you. So I take
Continue.
the 130 from you, and I'll give you. You asked for potions.
Yes, anything you think I would like.
Okay.
You can use Ring of Whispers. Don't forget, guys, Ring of Whispers.
Yep,
Ring of
plus-
Whispers.
Okay,
80
Mireya, roll
GP.
investigation to try and find weapons.
Okay.
What?
Crap.
Is Jamie looking for just?
Yeah, she's
Random
trying to
weapons?
she's just trying to find weapons. She's just trying to find a weapon shop. While she does that,
Okay.
everyone else, that would be Thava and Nymera.
Yes.
You go and find Osborne's Arcadium. When you go and you find the Arcadium, it's a fairly decent building. It's if you've ever seen Critical Role, just imagine it's similar to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. It's a little bit
Gilmore.
and at the desk at the front, at the kind of back of the room, overlooking everything else, there's a human woman who's just doing the books at the moment, and the bell rings and she looks up as you enter. She's like, yes, hello.
Hello. We've come here looking for some magical wares. I assume.
As you say the words magical wares, you hear footsteps from a room off to the right with a bead curtain. And the footsteps grow louder, and a shadow appears in the doorway, a very tall, intimidating figure.
Oh, Goliath.
And then
How
steps
tall?
through
How
the
tall is
door.
tall?
Steps through the door, a sudden wooden leg, and as it stumbles through, he just kind of rattling in the beads and just oh fuck, Sharon, Sharon, it happened again, Sharon, get over here.
Oh my god!
A gnome on stilts,
that.
tangled up in the beads, wearing some thick goggles over his eyes.
Would you like some help there, sir?
The human woman just breathes a heavy sigh, walks over, and just kind of gently untangles him and sets him on the ground. She's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Why do we even have the beads if all that ever happens is I get tangled in them? Oh, yes, hello. The name is Thomas Osborne, head of Osborne Arcadium. What can I do for you? You're looking for magic items, I hear. Potions?
Yes,
Anything?
potions. We're looking.
Potions, yes.
Um,
What can
Have
I
you
do
been a
for
Prince of Darkness since 1965?
No, he's wearing the Aussie glasses, but he's got shorter hair and same kind of mad grin on his face, though.
So, do you perhaps have like magical weapons, armors, like, what do you have?
Well, we have all kinds of magical things in the Arcadium. So, first off, we have we've got all kinds of potions of all kinds. If you're looking for the standard healing types, where are the prices on all these things?
It
You're
should
new
be
here, aren't you?
Through the magical voices in your head. It should be in the Dungeon Master Guide near the there's an equipment section and magical item section. Magical voices.
Don't fucking patronize me.
Hey, that wasn't. Thava didn't say anything. That was magical voices in your head just saying.
Yeah, I know. Selling. That's 29. Beep, beep, beep.
So Zoel, what was it you were looking for again?
1 second.
So anyways, like, so you're looking for magical potions and items. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We've been here for
I
about...
nod.
New
1
customers, new
hour.
customers. We seem to end up serving the same kind of individuals. It's always good to see the next generation of adventure. Did you know that I sold to all the best adventurers from around here since I started?
Even
I've sold to Aldor Ironforge, Martin Murdoch.
Oh, that's cool.
All the big names have come through the Arcadium.
ring of message coming in on Thava.
Yeah.
Ask if there's anything you think rangers, anything ranger like about any magical items pertaining to rangers. Continue.
Okay. I picked it
So,
up in the message.
Who is it? So, we got the standard potions of healing. Since you're new people, I'm feeling tempted to be a little on the generous side on those. But if you're looking for magical weapons and armor, that depends on what it is you're after.
Anything roguish or ranger.
Roguish or ranger?
Yeah, that's coming through the
Tell
random
me,
message.
what is the makeup of your party? Like, what do they do? What are their specialties?
We have a ranger, and he's looking for something that might make him a little bit sneakier, or like make him a little bit
Enhance
stronger.
my abilities.
Enhance his
Sneaky.
abilities.
Enhance my abilities in the roguish and ranger aspects.
Well, we do have the cloak of elven kind here.
What does this
That
do?
will it helps you sneak around places a little better.
Okay. And,
That's very good for a ranger or a rogue, but it depends on what it is exactly you're trying to accomplish as a ranger or a rogue. If you're not the type to sneak around, then it won't do you much good.
Any boots? Any boots?
Boots.
Speedy boots.
Well, off the top of my head, we happen to have the boots of haste kicking around, but they're a little on the expensive side.
So his he has 1 second. He gave me some gold. So he's on a bit of a budget.
How much gold you got?
My
max is 400.
400 gold. Nah, you can't buy any of the good stuff yet. I could give you some potions of healing, though.
Okay.
How much are
400
potions
in your
of
group.
healing?
How many's in your group?
We have
there's
5.
of us.
Okay, I will be generous for you, and I'll give you 5 potions of healing for 250 gold.
Or 200 gold. Can I
200.
make a persuasion
Make
check?
a persuasion roll.
Yeah, buddy.
That's Hagley.
Persuasion.
Hagwai.
Submit.
Yeah,
14.
14.
Can I assist him?
yeah, you can assist him for advantage. But how are you assisting him?
Or do I roll?
Yeah, how do you assist?
You don't
say,
roll. Thava rolls. But how are you assisting him?
Seduce him.
God.
You can wink at him. You can be like, so we're new here, and we would just love to have somebody give us something really nice just to help us start off. And we might spread the word around. You can say something like that, just pointing it out there.
I'm just gonna say that you said that and just
Okay.
roll again, Thava.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Pray you roll better.
You better roll better.
Oh, and I rolled great.
You better bet.
200 it is for the 5.
Okay,
Deal.
thank you.
Sharon, get him the potions. And Sharon just kind of sighs and walks to the back and gets a case full of 5 healing potions, and she hands them over to you. The glass isn't on the fragile side. There were incidents, and so we made sure just don't smash them. They're prone to smashing, but for general wear and tear of being an adventurer, they're good. But if you smash them into each other, they're gonna fucking break.
Yeah, I'll be very careful with them, and I very, very carefully just start putting them in my backpack. Thank you.
They'll be fine in your backpack, but but if you swing your backpack like a baseball bat, that's where you're gonna run into issues.
Yeah, I won't swing my backpack like a baseball bat. Don't worry.
Sure, you don't look like the type anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
So anything else that you need from me? Or you might want to
Have
come back
anything
later.
for a sorcerer? Of any?
Ooh, sorcerer kind of stuff. I'd really have to check my stock. Nothing's coming to mind at the top of my head. We do have some wands, actually.
David,
if you
David
like a wand
overheard
of
you on the
magic
read of
missile.
message, and he said he says you sound like a very lovely
You have
person.
You have a ring of message.
Yes.
We have 5.
Interesting. I actually made a few of those a while ago for Murdoch.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and while I'm at it,
Yeah. David says you sound
what
like
do
a
you
very
know
lovely
about
guy.
Murdoch?
So.
Murdoch, brilliant inventor. I actually worked with him very briefly. I was an intern for him. But then I decided that I would make a lot more money if I was selling these inventions, and then I started enchanting things, and everybody needs magical items, and so a lot of my time is spent enchanting. And so I enchant the items, and I brew the potions, and I get everything all ready and all cooked up, and then I sell them. And sometimes people bring stuff in that I buy.
So I don't mean to interrupt your lovely story, but what hours are you open?
What time is it? And he looks over to Sherry, and she's like, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, oh, yeah, what day is it, Sharon? It's a Thursday. Right. We close at about 10 p.m. No, not 10 p.m. Yeah, 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay.
We close at about 10 p.m. We have quite a bit of time on the Thursdays.
Okay. Is that the same for like the rest of the days, or?
Well, it varies from day to day. Sometimes I gotta close up a little early to work on some more magic. Sometimes I gotta stay open a little later because I have things to do. Like I have some individuals coming in later tonight that I have to take care of. They made an appointment. Okay. I'm enchanting some armor for them, actually.
Okay. So 10 seems like a reasonable time for an average hour. Okay, thank you for that.
Quick, can I talk to you, Thava, real quick? I have a quick question. Trying to help David out here.
Yes. So,
how much does it cost to enchant items?
How much?
That can be expensive.
Yeah. How much?
Well, how much? What's the cheapest?
My friend through the ring of message is asking.
Well, the cheapest is actually a ring of message.
Okay.
That's like a real simple, I don't know, 50 gold, maybe 100, depending on how many.
And what if I asked you to enchant a weapon, say a gun?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious? This is some crazy shit, yo.
Okay.
That would be expensive, but holy shit.
What is
I would like to
I remember when Bertrand came in with one of those. Man, those things can pack a serious punch.
But I'm seriously considering, how much are we talking?
Depends. The one that Bertrand showed me had a bunch of barrels on it. Per barrel, if I was to enchant it, it would take a lot of time, mind you.
Of course.
I'd say about 500 gold per barrel.
And what sort of
maybe
enchant?
1,000 gold per barrel, actually, depending on the enchantment. If we're talking about to do fire damage or frost damage or something like that, it'd probably be around somewhere between 500 and 1,000. But if we're talking about necrotic damage, that shit's gonna cost you 50,000.
Okay. Well, I'm done with the questions. If you guys want to leave, I do have stuff to say through ring of message after you guys leave.
Nymera, do you have another question?
For weapons.
Mira.
No,
Okay. I did have one more question.
For weapons.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
how about something less strange like a gun and something more normal like a battle axe? And I pull out my battle axe. How much would it cost to enchant this guy?
500 to 1,000 gold, depending on the enchantment.
Okay. So that's same for any weapon. Put it back on my back.
More or less, yeah. It depends on exactly on what you're enchanting. Like if you're enchanting for fire damage or something,
yeah,
like
okay,
that, might run you 500 to 1,000. Anything crazy above that, you might start running into the 50,000s or the 5,000s or the stuff like that.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and we'll be sure to come
back again.
Yeah. And
we'll be sure to come back.
Thank you for your
If we ever need any magical items.
I got another question through the ring of message. Do you have any standard firearm ammunition?
Do I look like a blacksmith?
That's just what I was asked through the
Thava look like
message.
I'm not sure if your buddy with the gun knows how to work them, but I'm an enchanter, not a firearm expert. Why didn't you ask Bertrand that?
Okay.
And I
Are you
tell
guys
that
leaving now?
to David.
Go on, get going.
Okay.
I
Quick.
got shit to do.
Okay.
Gotta tear
As
down
they
these
leave.
goddamn beads. I've had enough of them.
So,
Okay.
yeah, unless you
Do the
guys have
ring-
something else, I
Um,
leave.
So
okay,
tempted
cutting back to
steal
Mireya
something,
because
but no.
yeah,
I shouldn't.
don't you fucking dare steal from this guy. He is a treasure,
Yeah.
and also he has a lot of shit that he can fuck you up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
if you do.
Nope. I'm out.
Seeing as it costs like
So-
1,000 gold for like one enchantment thing, he's gonna destroy us.
Yeah, like there are sigils around
Mhm.
to prevent theft. They will kill you dead.
Okay, so
I should
And
risk
so
it,
yeah,
though.
back to Mireya. I do recognize your investigation roll. It takes you maybe 2 hours or so before you find a weapon.
So while they're doing that, I look for it and I find it.
Yeah. Yeah, you find a weapons vendor. He's a dragonborn actually, and he's currently at a black's. His forge is outside. Actually, you can see him breathing fire to kind of stoke it a bit as he slams a hammer down on an unfinished longsword.
I think for a second Myra would just watch as he's doing the fire and just be in awe, and then clap.
He kind of gives you a curious look, but goes back to his hammering.
Okay, so I
Clink.
guess I have to,
Clink, clink.
like, dragon friend. Okay, so here's the thing, Myra's not good with dragons. Let's get that out there right now. Ho, dragon friend. I see you're using your fire breath there to work on weapons. That's
you've been dealing
awesome.
with the dragon before. I'm a dragon.
I know. Okay.
He doesn't stop clanging. He's like, I'm happily married.
Oh!
You can take
Myra
that.
trips up.
Yeah, he just keeps hitting the. Are you here to gawk or are you here for business? Come on.
Business. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that sound as if I was. Crap, I forgot that her secret. She's a secret fire Jinsai. Never mind. She's not going to say anything about the fire. She's just like, sorry, I did not mean to sound as if that was flirtation. I am here to do business. I'd like to see your wares as such.
Well, and he just kind of points backwards with his hammer, like, well, there they are. Go take a look. And he keeps hammering, but you try making a perception check.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Crit fails.
This isn't related to the weapons, by the way.
Okay, well,
Let me know
I can do that.
Let me know when Myra's done,
Yep.
because I have actual progressing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would say I have actual stuff to bring up that retains the story.
You can see that from the inside of the building, there's another figure watching you very closely.
Don't like that.
Sharon!
You can also tell outside of the building there's another figure who is, well, the figure inside was watching you, but she seems to have disappeared. The figure in front of the building, however, the gnome, he's still watching you. He is watching you very intently. You can summarize that he's the kind of guy who watches the merchandise all day and tries to, because if it's just going to be hanging out, he's going to be there to make sure that nobody steals anything.
Okay, so should I do an insight roll to make sure he's just a guard of some sort and not...
I'll just tell you that straight up. He's a guard. He's like the personal guard hired by the business to specifically watch the merchandise outside. And he is watching very intently.
Jeez. Meyer just looks at him and then, like, very
flirts with
sarcastically
him.
salutes to him and walks over to the merchandise. She nearly flipped him off, but
He doesn't seem to care either way. He's still watching you. He's watching the merch.
That's okay. That's fine. She understands that he's doing his job, but seriously, don't have to look at me like I'm a thief. I'm not a thief! Anyway, what about the person that was in the shadows watching me? What about that?
She was a
What about
dragonborn.
that?
She was a dragonborn.
Oh, the guy's wife. Oh God, why? Okay, I'm just gonna look at the weapons. Just let me look at the weapons. Get this nightmare over with.
Basically, all the weapons from the player's handbook are... He's basically crafted at least one of everything.
Hello? Oh, and I think we lost the Discord group. So... Oh, okay, so the... Ice checking. Wonderful, wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you can see, it is currently just me.
He kind of finishes hammering his sword, throws it into a barrel of water, takes the sword, looks at it, he's like, define upgrade. What do you mean upgrade this? Like, it's a well-done sword. Doesn't look to be damaged. Doesn't look like it's falling apart. So, define upgrade for me.
Well, my internet is not liking life. We were doing so well for the last little bit. Well, that might be the end of this adventure if Discord does not want to work.
Myself when I used to work at a
go.
blacksmith for a time. So, do you think I should get anything else sharpened? I'm about to go on a escort mission. I'm wondering perhaps if I should get all of my weapons sharpened.
Depends on what you use the most often. If you use a weapon more often than others, then you should have the ones you use most sharpened. Or tests it on the same pig, and he hands it back to you, cleaning it off, of course. And yeah, somebody else, not his wife, comes and collects the fallen pig shards and carries it away.
So
they'll clean that off and give them to the dogs.
Go ahead, wait.
My audio cut out, and I missed what happened in the last, like, 3 minutes.
I
heard that Jamie wanted to get an upgrade for her sword, and I don't know if that was an option or
All
not.
I'm doing is getting my weapons sharpened and getting glared at by a dragonborn's wife.
Yeah,
That's it.
her weapons got sharpened.
So what happens when your weapons are sharpened?
You're done now with that?
Is that an effect? Is that an effect
no.
I should add for temporary use? No? Okay.
No.
No, it's just they're sharper now, and that's it? No changes?
No changes to your stats. You're just sharper.
Okay. That's what I was
It's not like he's magically enchanted them to always be sharper. They're just, for now, they're sharper.
Okay.
Might help you somewhere, maybe. Who knows?
Well, maybe if I keep that in mind, it might come into play later.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Suppose I should find my way to the enchantment place now. I should find my way to Aussie.
Yeah.
Okay. May I do my thing now?
Yeah. Well, let's rotate back to Zoel and David.
Well, that's going on. I make my way back to the food place.
So we had our discussion, and this is right as this is before Mireya finds the weaponsmith, but about the same time that Thava goes to the shop, of course. We finished talking, and I head to. I have my player's handbook right here. I head. Give me a couple. Where is it? Okay, are we in Warlock? You're one Warlock right now. Blah, 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 blah. I found it.
What are
Okay.
you looking for?
I'm using my criminal contact, okay?
Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna go to local messengers. I'm gonna load the dirty local messengers and people of information, and I would like to
One
send
second.
I would like to send 2 contacts out, 2 different for different reasons. One, since I'm not going to say anything since some of the party doesn't know yet, but one to inquire on my father, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, are you gonna go ahead? Okay, sure, go ahead.
I'm going to send one messenger out to
Twitter on
inquire
enemies.
information about my father
Baby chicks.
and what he is, and because I don't know who exactly he is, but I want of course I don't know exactly who he is, but I want to send, because I would say at this point after all these years I have a steady messenger, basically a steady information about trying to figure out who he is. So I go and I send out to see if I can pull any information out who my father is, because all I know about him that he's a elven diplomat.
Hmm?
And of course the new information I just found out. And the other information I want to send out is toward Ire, and I want to find out more about the dude who's in charge now. I forgot his name.
All right.
Silas.
So
Silas. That's
you
my other.
find your you find someone in Ortan, and you do find someone, and you use your contact to send out those 2 messages.
Good. That's I just want to do that, and then the other
Alright.
thing I want to do is, crap. Oh, so much went on. I was, the weapon shop. Blah, 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 blah. I think that's actually pretty much it. From this point, I guess I take a seat at the, what was it? The something bard.
The one-eyed band is the tavern.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I take a seat at the one-eyed band, and I start to tab up, and I start ordering drinks for myself and wait for
All right.
people.
So going into the one-eyed band,
Okay.
you notice immediately that the bartender Thorogood has one eye.
Oh,
He is missing an eye.
what race is he? Can you give me
He's a
more?
dwarf.
And dwarf, you said?
Yes, he's a dwarf. He's a dwarf.
Okay, thank you. So you cut out for a second.
Yes, he's a dwarf.
Okay. I walk up and hello. I was recommended here by actually the mayor's assistant. Is this a place? Is this a wait question? Is this an inn too, or just a tavern?
It's an inn and a tavern.
That's a tavern is an inn, isn't it? I'm not thinking straight. It's pretty much
Whatever it is, it's like it has a bar and it has places where you can sleep.
I was recommended here, and I'm gonna try and haggle here. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up. Hello, sir. Are you in charge of this fine establishment?
He looks up. He's like, "Yeah."
I mean, I kind of
Everyone's so
guessed.
blunt here.
It's a nice one eye you got there.
Staring you down as he continues shining his glass.
You know what's funny? I was imagining him shining a glass as I was talking. I was imagining it as you said it. My name is Zoel. I have been tasked by the mayor and their council of Ortan, of course.
You're the one hiring the idiot, aren't you?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that is. Unfortunately, I assume he frequents this establishment
Here
quite
in
often.
seedier places. Bit of a troublemaker.
Yeah.
We're hoping
not
that he... Counselor Dario's hoping that he grows up this job.
Of course, we would all love and hope to see that. I can see he's a bit of a troublemaker. But as this is a special mission...
You're looking for a discount, aren't you?
Of course. I mean,
How many is in your party?
We have 5, and not including Emilio. Just for
$50
just
for
for
the
the
night.
night.
For all of you.
50 gold pieces for all of
Complimentary
us.
breakfast.
I can niggle him down a
actually-
little bit if you want.
I will I appreciate your offer, but we're on a tight budget as we have to purchase.
25, no lower.
Oh well, fuck.
Oh.
Okay, go. I didn't need to-
That works.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This person's really on point.
25 and how much for drinks here?
Some coppers, depends on what you're getting.
How about we're paying 25? How do we put 5 gold down? How much do you think we get for unlimited? Not when we're gonna drink a lot, but we're gonna drink a little bit. And how much would you say for unlimited amount for just for tonight?
5 gold.
Unlimited is a lot for some people.
I would
I
not
don't
say
do
that.
unlimited tabs.
Okay, how
If you
about
wanna put
this?
some money down in advance, I'll accept it.
I'll put 5 gold down
Thank
on
you.
top of. Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Zoel.
And he
but
just
the
kind of
person-
grabs a book, writes your name down and a basic description of you, slams the book shut, puts it off to the side. There you go. You got yourself a tab.
Okay, thank you very much. As soon as my dragonborn friend arrives, she will pay you with the money that she went out shopping for me. I'm going to go sit down and I look around the bar. What do I see? Can I roll perception or just
You
do I
see that it's about maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon, so it's not very full. There's not a lot of people who day drink around here.
Okay.
You can spot a few people who look like they're regulars. By this point, they're just in their own little groups, having a few drinks, playing some games of chance and whatnot. Nobody who seems particularly suspicious, mostly because you've already contacted your messenger.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And, okay, well, I will be taking over here, and I will have, what would you recommend for a night before an epic adventure?
He slams a mug down in front of you.
Oh, fuck. I
God.
take it, and I take, what kind of roll? I want to chug,
take
like,
it?
I want to try and impress this. I want to chug as much as I
Constitution
can.
roll.
Constitution.
Okay, time to go for this. I want to chug as much as I
I
can.
remember when I did
What is
that.
my?
Constitution.
Oh god.
I don't think my character
Oh.
should have to do
Oh.
I'm
Constitution
impressed,
or something like
actually.
that.
I am.
Yeah. So I take it,
so
man.
you chug it, and you realize part way down that he, like usually some people have shots of whiskey or whatever. He gave you like a pint.
Yes.
You almost downed this. You almost took this as
So,
a shot.
I will say that you're very drunk right now.
Yeah.
However, you have not passed out and you have not thrown up.
Did I impress him at all?
You can see despite your drunkenness, you can see that he was in no way, shape, or form expecting this, especially from a scrawny half.
So much for not getting drinks.
Well, I gotta
He
say,
just goes,
it's-
that one was on the house.
Thank you, sir. May I ask? This is amazing stuff. Before we leave, be sure to remind me. I want to get perhaps a travel-sized case.
For you,
Then
that's gonna be
don't-
like 20 liters.
Just a little, just a small, maybe a
You know,
couple.
I
maybe-
would, but considering who you're escorting, I think it's a bad call.
Of course,
I agree.
in my
Yeah.
drunken stupor, I say, of course, I apologize. I'm going to stumble on my way and find the privies, and yeah.
You get off the chair, you face plant onto the bar. You manage to push yourself off the ground, though, and continue on your way.
Okay, I'm done. That was great. I'm happy with myself.
Isn't David supposed to be with Zoel right now?
Yeah.
I walked off on my own, by the way.
Oh.
I walked
Yeah.
off, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how David would have reacted to us?
So I guess I walk up to the bar, sit down, and say, I'm not with him.
I'm not with him.
You don't get to use the tab then, though.
Or the
I don't.
Well,
Not
yeah,
today.
you could know if you walked like a little bit after him. You could have seen it happen.
Anyway, so, can I go get some stuff enchanted real quick, and then we can all meet up at the pub?
Sure, you can go over to Osborne's Arcadium. The rest of your party has actually left it by the time you enter.
So it's just me.
You enter, and you can see a human woman taking a bead curtain down. Much to the joy of a gnome standing next to her. He's like, I'm gonna burn those fucking beads.
Zoel's going to the privies right now.
Oh, customer, stop.
Oh. I would... Shut up! Anyway, I would like to know how much it would cost to get a fire damage enchantment.
You're a fire genocide, aren't you?
What? How do you know that? No! Of course not.
Oh, that's a deception check right
Darling,
there.
I work with magic like all the goddamn time. I know magic. I know things. You're a fire genocide. Nothing to be ashamed about. But this does help me quite often. If you want me to enchant armor for you, it does give me a few options to work with in the future. But you say working with magical weapons, right? What is it?
I said a longsword, yes.
A longsword. And you're trying to enchant it with fire, right?
Yeah.
How cliche. All right, we can look at this.
Shut up.
You give me about a week. If you give me about a week and say 500 gold, then I can give you an enchanted longsword for sure.
But we don't have a week.
Okay,
We've
hold
got
on.
like 8 hours.
I would like...
We don't have a week, and we don't have 500 gold.
I would like to use intimidation.
Oh!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Because this guy has pissed off my character.
Oh.
I know it's gonna be bad. I know it's gonna end badly.
This is gonna
Jamie,
end
let's put this...
horrifically bad.
Here, wait, Jamie,
Oh,
before
it
you...
is. It will.
If
You may have to roll a new character.
Jamie, if you fail this,
We're
he
never
might
gonna be
kill
allowed
you.
back.
He might kill you, Jamie. Just wanted to point this out. I go on the arena message. Hey, Meyer, don't
15.
make
It's
the
not bad.
gnome angry. Don't make the gnome angry. Don't make the gnome angry.
So what are you saying to try to intimidate him?
Okay, I don't have a week. I don't have 500 gold. And you calling me wanting fire on my sword cliche and know I'm a fire genocide. I'm a pissed and I'm slightly on fire. She's angry.
He just sighs, claps his hand, and a torrent of water pours onto your head. Let's see. Fire physics and fire genocide and how much water being poured on you. You are dealt 30 points of damage.
How much?
30 points.
Jeez.
So basically 3/4 of her health.
Yep.
I can
As
survive
water
that.
pours down over your head. He's like, listen, darling. Enchanting a weapon is a time-consuming thing. It's expensive.
How long would it take if I were to pay for it, by the way?
It would still take a week.
A week.
It would
Why
still
didn't I
take a
ask
week,
for
and it would
how
still
to
cost
enchant stuff?
500.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, well at this point, she
Listen,
just,
you walk
just
into my
kind of
god,
pushes wet
you walk
hair.
into my goddamn shop and you try to threaten me.
Okay,
You're
so we're
lucky
not
I don't
bringing
kill
Jamie
you.
back there. Just saying, we're not bringing Maya back.
Okay, so she pushes the wet hair out of her face, and she's like, I respect that. She's like, I completely respect that. It's just like, it's like she gets up, and she's just trying to get water off of her side. I have to apologize. I've had a very long day, a Dragonborn thought I was flirting with him, and no one can ever tell I'm a fire genocide. I've been trying to keep that a secret for a very long time. It caught me off guard, and I overreacted. I must apologize. Although that hurt like son of a bitch. But I respect your move, because it makes a lot of sense. I apologize. However, I will perhaps, if I'm allowed, come back and actually pay the full price plus extra as an apology to have my sword enchanted. But I'll have to wait until I get back from the mission I'm going on.
What
tomorrow.
mission are you going on?
Escort mission, unfortunately, taking some drunken brat to
Oh my God.
Silas to get beaten.
She just kind of face palms and like, I think I met the rest of your group earlier. They were much nicer people than you were.
Oh, yeah.
They bought
Yes,
5
well-
potions of healing and inquired about the prices and all that. I'm really sorry, but enchanting a weapon, as I said, is a very time-consuming process. I can't rush it, otherwise it'll come out wrong. So, even if you do pay me, it'll take me a week before I can get you your sword back.
Well, she
Then
said
again-
that she would wait and come back. Whenever
I would-
she has
I
time,
will-
she'd come back.
Meyer, bring a message. I will say that I have contacts and I could get it to us. I could get your sword back to us if you were to leave it behind. I would assure we would get our sword back.
We talking about. But here's the thing: if you
Nah,
enchant your sword, then she doesn't have anything for the trip there.
She doesn't
Well,
have
she
a
has
second
her
weapon.
a lot of
She
weapons.
has her hand
still have
axes.
2 war axes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'd be weaponless.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not. I think before I'd leave, still trying to get all the water off of me because it still hurts, I'd ask, is like, you mentioned something about armor, and I being what I am, something about armor. Could I
Well-
inquire a bit more about that?
Again, expensive stuff, time-consuming.
Right. Understandable. I believe I will leave with a little bit of dignity I have left and find my compatriots and perhaps drink my sorrows.
I have something to say. I have a very funny interaction if Meyer is done.
Mm-hmm.
Meyer-
Yeah, pretty much. I'll leave and I head to the pub. So.
Okay, I want to say, so what time is Meyer wandering around at this point? Because she was there
It's about 2 o'clock-ish, maybe.
at 1 o'clock. She had been wandering around for 2 hours, right? There's like 2 or 3.
At noon-ish. Oh, wait, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went from one shop and then went to the other shop she had to find. I'm just asking, like, if it's in the evening, some sort of.
No,
I had to wait for
it's
the
about,
too.
I'm just gonna say 4 o'clock in the afternoon
Okay,
now when
perfect.
everyone gets together.
Okay, wait. Before she heads over and hits the bar, I'm going to pop up my head in my drunken stupor, and I'm going to go, fuck! Where the fuck is Rosalina?
So Renegade.
And
question.
Rosalina, by the way, wakes up at this point.
Can I
Yeah.
cure people of drunkenness?
What?
Can I stop people from being drunk? Like
I
lay on hands or
think
something?
So, yeah, actually.
How would I do this?
What?
Lay on hands?
Depends on what spell you're casting.
Don't get rid of my drunkenness. Don't you dare.
What if
I
I
will
were
kill
to
you.
use one of my lay on hands? Would that work?
I don't think a lay on hands would do it. No.
Okay, but
Restores hit
if
points. Cure.
she's
I have cure wounds, but
she's wandering around
I
right
feel
now.
like it would be a lesser restoration,
oh, I don't have that one.
but I'm not sure.
Good.
I'll have
Yeah, it
to.
would be like a lesser restoration.
I don't have that one.
I remember
Good
from
for-
Critical Role.
Yeah, a lesser restoration will cure drunkenness.
I don't have that one.
Yeah,
Cool.
too bad then.
She's really confused right now.
Mhm.
She's kind of wandering around the city. People passing by, and she like goes up to ask them a question, and they kind of shrug her off and just walk her by, and she's fucking confused and lost. Zoel,
Oh
I'm
god.
fucking completely smashed, and I wander out of the bar, leaving my party behind. Meyer isn't there yet, so I could run to Meyer. Or Meyer could run
Well,
into.
really, when you
You have
left,
to
the
notice how
party hadn't
rushed I
even
am.
fully got there. Like, you
Okay,
left,
good.
David walked in, and everyone else came in a little bit
Oh
later.
no, I want to say like an hour passed. Like I waited, like
Actually-
so. I got there
Yeah.
about like 2
I'd actually
o'clock,
like
so
to
it's
walk
like
in.
let's say it's about the time Meyer left. Like
Oh, that's the
I like
second
I
level
wake
spell.
up because I was passed out. I wake up like shit, Rosalina. So I wander outside and I try to find her in my drunken state. What do I do you want to do some interaction with that?
Well, I kind
Cause-
of wanted to walk into the pub and, sit down at the table where our party is completely drenched, have somebody
don't
look
know.
at me.
I don't know.
Say,
Maybe I wander into. Actually, it'd be perfect if I wandered into someone of importance so I could talk to them. Well, maybe Kit.
oh god.
Oh no.
Could I try and wander into Kit, please?
Do you wander back towards the government drunk?
Yes,
All
I
right.
do.
By all means,
Do I
that.
walk
Let's go.
past him on my way to the bar? Like
No,
no.
stop it, Thava.
You
Don't
don't
you
see
ruin
it.
this for me.
And may I go back to the magic shop to inquire about to learn about how to enchant things? Like, do they have like?
Sure, you could go back and check, but let's run this
Can I
first.
run into Nim?
Yeah, you
Can I
can
run
run
into
into
Nim
him.
when she goes back?
Yeah.
I want to run into Nim.
I really want to play because I want to say Thava gave her to me, and I kind of set her down around the government area, so that's where I start to head back towards.
Yeah.
Completely fucking smashed.
Okay, so Zoel is heading towards the government building. Let's run this.
Yeah.
Why don't I have any second level spells?
So it's like what 4 o'clock?
David?
Like 3, 4.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
David, can you hear me right now?
Awesome. I am completely smashed. I walk around. I'm
David,
wandering.
you're my
I'm
favorite
trying to
out of
find.
the two that were in the bar.
I specifically want to run into Kit just to be a jackass. Anyway, I wander up to where I remember, like the mayor's kind of office or the area was, so I could try to find someone I knew, like Kit, or maybe even one of the council members.
Okay, so as you walk
Ginita.
as you walk drunkenly into where the council chamber meeting is, you see that there's a conversation being held by Aelfric, Aldor, and Kit. They're having a conversation of some kind, and they all turn to you as you enter.
Excuse me, your royal highnesses. Have you perchance seen a half elf, female, dressed, not too fancy, not just a half Rosaline? You know Rosaline. Everyone knows Rosaline. You know Rosalina. Kit, and I walk up to Kit, and I kind of like stumble a little, like I'm kind of almost touching her. You know who I'm talking about. Have you seen Rosalina?
Incredibly off-put and uncomfortable. Aldor kind of steps between you a bit, and he's like, if you're talking about the girl who was with you, she left like half an hour ago.
Well, to the bar. Please say to the bar.
She's a heavy sleeper.
Is this
Please say
Aldor?
you brought it.
Yeah, Aldor speaking.
Well, fucking shite. Well, I do, before I leave, I'm sorry again, your highnesses, for the way I decided to chug, a very bad decision to chug. I don't even know what it was. It's even worse decision.
Aldor kind of face palms. He's like, oh my god. He did it again.
I was trying to impress Adore.
Thora, good, you bastard. You broke another one.
So, my buddy, chummy pals, we're about to go on this dangerous quest. May I request that I have some sort of guarantee? I know, maybe take a percentage on my pay, but Rosalina can't. She's a fat. And I get up close and I kind of like grip him, like put my arm around him. I don't understand, and I whisper like, she's a fragile woman. I mean, she tried to kill us. She was blackmailed, and then she almost got.
Please tell me start like crying after you bring up like she tried to kill you. And you start like crying.
Dude, she almost got killed by a noose, and I don't want to lose her, and I just need some guarantee that she's gonna be all right. I'm scared. It's this past 6 months, the best of my life. I really opened up for once since my mother's death, and I need some guarantee that she's going to be safe here. Please.
Alfred kind of speaks to like, don't worry, we'll make sure that she's well kept.
And I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna go. Thank you. And he's an elf, right?
Yeah, he's an elf.
Okay, and I looked at him like, I don't fucking love elves at all. And I mentioned my fucking my dad. My dad. A funny story. He left me before I was born. He also killed my mother. He's an elf. I'm not really proud of my elf and I don't know what I don't know what Kit's thinking, by the way, but he's some elven diplomat from Shonea, and I mean, and it's funny, and at this point, but I say it, but I do thank you, Dwarf, and I turn and I kiss Aldor on the cheek, like in a drunken state. I like, mwah, plant a big wet one right on his cheek. I thank you guys for your hospitality, but I do gotta say, I look at Kit. I look at Kit. I look at Kit, and it's funny. It's funny that I run into you again. I was talking to my good pal. He's kind of a dick, but his name is David, and
Why are you a dick? I don't understand.
Continue speaking, Zoel.
Zoel's not gonna have a good night.
And I can't help but noticing. He noticed. I'm not sure if anyone else. You look a lot like me, and that bothers me. We were talking about it, and it's crazy. And I look at them, and I'm like, "What do you guys think? We look alike."
Aelfric says, "Perhaps a conversation of this sensitive matter is best held when you're sober."
But it's sensitive. That means I kind of like.
That we will discuss it when you're sober. We'll discuss it tomorrow. And Aldor kind of shoves you towards the door, and gestures for some guards to like take you out of the building. And they just start talking, and you can kind of hear Kit say, better you than me. Referring to Aldor getting one on his cheek.
I should indicate in hindsight. But anyway, I stumble away. I find Rosalina, I will say, she's an half elf. She got pretty good intuition, and she's not drunk, and please smash her now. She kind of finds her way.
I don't think she's money. I don't think she could have bought alcohol anyways.
And now I'm saying that she excuse me. Ooh, damn, I'm getting the character.
Okay, so everybody has moved on to the bar.
Yeah, that's what I meant, guys. Sorry.
Wait, no, me and Nymera run into each other while she's
Yeah.
going back to magic.
Yeah, I
fair
wanted
enough,
to go
but-
back and inquire about how to enchant items.
Forgot. Okay, then. So you two pass each other on Nymera's way in and on the Mireya's way out.
Okay, so how would Nim react to seeing me completely drenched and probably slightly in pain and shivering?
Well, first I would do like a full body scan, like, what the hell happened to you?
It's complicated. Just don't piss off the gnome. Just letting you know.
Why?
Just
Why?
Jamie, you'll probably be shivering too.
Why
You'd be
would
like,
you do
don't
that?
piss off the gnome.
Yeah, don't piss.
I just shake my
piss
head
off the
like.
gnome.
I just shake my head like. Well, I'm going.
It's a long story. It's a long story.
Go get dried off. I'll meet up with the rest of you after I inquire about something. And then I walk off.
Okay, Nim.
Then I walk to
She
the.
just waves her away. Bye.
Bye, friend.
Alright, so as you walk back in, basically the same thing that Mireya walked into. Sharon is just finishing off cutting down the last of the bead curtains, and Thomas Osborne is kind of stomping on them, shouting curses at them. He turns around and is like, "Oh, you're back. Stop. How's it going? You're here for something, aren't you?
Yes.
Were the potions not good? I
Oh
think
no,
they
the
might have been
potions were wonderful.
good. You used them already? Jesus Christ.
No, we did not use our potions.
And what do you mean they're great? That was me.
Give me a second to recompose myself.
actually want to inquire about learning how to enchant items. It's more of a hobby, really.
Oh, really? So that's something that that's something that I could teach you in one class per se, but you're going on that mission, so maybe when you get back, I could give you a more in-depth instruction. There's no winky attached to that. No offense, darling, but you're a little tall for me.
Instructions.
And I just shake my head like, none taken. None taken. After he mentions that it's more of the height thing rather than the appearance.
It's a height thing. It's like, so I could give you just a quick run through that could give you just a few basic pointers, take no more than half hour.
That would be wonderful.
All right, and so you basically run through a quick how to enchant items with him.
Read the chat.
Okay.
I'm sure she would.
Are you talking about the gnome?
Yeah,
Or...
yeah. You tap the gnome.
Oh,
Nim?
Oh.
You notice I already tried?
Anyway,
Yeah, you already tried, John.
So basically, how you enchant items is you kind of focus on them for a grand total of 48 hours. Is how you enchant an item, I believe. If you focus on an item for 48 hours, you can enchant it, depending on the enchantment. Say a ring of message could take maybe 48 hours
It
to
sounds
make
like
another
you're
one.
going off of the attunement system.
Ring. I don't know.
Because the attunement system... No, tuning is if you focus on something for an 8-hour rest. So, never mind, you might be right.
I'm just making this up as I go.
Yeah.
Literally have no idea.
I've got no idea either.
I'm taking all this information in.
David needs to go, but David, don't you have to wait? Because you have all the information. Shouldn't you wait till tomorrow when you have the actual money?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we all go to the tavern now.
Alright, so now everyone is in the tavern. Yep. In the pub.
When the last person walks in, I kind of raise my hand and I yell from the corner, "That's the rest of my party, barkeeper," and I just pass out.
And I walk up to the barkeep and I'm like...
Thorogood kind of nods, is like, so...
The weirdos.
The 5 of you have got some rooms for the night, just so you know. The drunk over there paid for you.
Oh, that's nice of him. Surprised he could pay with
he says he's with you, so...
Oh, of course he did.
Okay, so I walk up to the barkeep and I point at Zoel and I'm like, I want whatever the hell he had. I need it really bad.
I want to see
roll Constitution.
No getting drunk.
Chug.
No getting drunk. We need people sober for tomorrow.
Hold on.
Just because you chugged alcohol one time doesn't mean it's gonna carry over, dear.
So I have a quick question. Can I pickpocket Zoel for the 25 gold?
I don't have any. I gave you all my gold, remember?
Oh, you gave me. Oh yeah, you gave me all of your gold. Wait, did you? I thought you had some gold left over.
I did. Oh, 10.
Oh. You managed to chug it, and you passed the fuck out.
Perfect.
And I yell.
I kind of said...
What are they?
Not only that, but somebody kind of rushes over to like turn your head a bit because they have the feeling that you're gonna throw up soon. You are out cold.
Oh
By the way,
God.
Lightweight.
I just look over to her and I'm like, "That's what you get." And I just start eating mutton, and I'm just.
So, whenever you're ready to retire, we could direct you to your rooms. We may have to do that now in the case of this one.
Yeah, I think for both of them.
No.
Yes, let's get these 2 to bed so we have to deal with our hangovers in the morning.
Let's say it's evening now and people start to come in. I look around. I'm still awake, like you said. I'm still able.
Can I can I
do I
like
see?
hit
Who's
him right in the
around?
temple and like knock him
Any
out?
shadowy people? Anything?
Make
Anyone?
a perception check with disadvantage.
I knew that was coming. I wanted everyone look for people watching us. That's what we need to look out for.
Why?
In
Because-
my unconscious state, I look too.
Let me just say,
Oh,
politics, no matter where you go, are corrupt. There's always going to be someone, like I think Richard Dario, whatever, who's not like the best of people in the world.
Oh, got a 17.
So we all just roll perception?
All
Yep.
perception.
Yep.
Zoel rolled a natural 1.
Oh boy,
I kind of
Zoel.
You don't see shit.
I
You
kinda
are
like-
drunk as fuck.
I look at Rosalina and I say,
13.
All right.
ring and message me, Thava.
What do I see?
I figured out how to do.
Oh, I was gonna hit you over the head and then knock you out and then send you to bed. That's what I wanted to do.
Thava, shut the fuck up. You're drunk. You're drunk, Thava. Stop.
Hey Zoel, how about you take Rosalina to your room?
Performance check, please.
You're too drunk to make a
Wait,
performance check.
performance with disadvantage. Come on.
Nope, not even with
Performance
disadvantage. You are
with
far too drunk.
The drunks.
If you try to roll, I will impose a critical fail on you for being so.
Whatever.
Oh! David?
Are you a witch? What is this?
Is he like... David, did you just buy like your own like pro thing on this and then you just set it so you can only roll 20s? Like, what is this?
What the hell?
Roll again.
No,
it's okay. No,
Do not roll again.
No. We're just bugging
Wow.
you, man. It's all good.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Anybody watching us?
Yeah, does
There
anybody watch? I
there
rolled a
was no one
13.
particularly suspicious watching you, though you do notice that your star diplomat is in here.
Oh,
I would like to drag Zoel up to his room as inconspicuously as possible.
Hey, Thava, focus on Emiriel. He can't be drinking the night before. Knock him out, fucker.
Wait.
You don't notice Emiriel. Do you know who notices Emiriel? David.
Okay.
David notices
David's the only
Emiriel.
one who notices.
And so does Thava, actually.
Oh, yeah! So I go
And
over
I
to
guess
him.
I don't notice anything?
No, you don't.
Oh, no, it's not enough.
Okay, so...
So since I don't notice Jack, I'm gonna drag
You didn't
the
roll a
unconscious...
15 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Since I don't notice anything, I'm dragging the unconscious Mireya up to her room.
Good choice.
Bow,
Hey, Nim's Dragon Fire!
bow chicka, bow, wow.
So, I've got a question. So you said that,
So I'm just gonna say that Zoel and Meyer have both been deposited in the rooms that you guys are sharing. It's actually 5 beds to a single room.
That's fine.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is part of the reason why you got it for so cheap.
That's fine. I'm used to that in the
Price.
church when I was younger. So when you said I saw what's his face, I don't remember his name. Emiriel. So you said I saw him. Do I see him with like a drink, or is he just sitting at the table?
He is just sat down, and he is pretty well on his way to ordering a drink.
Okay, so I walk.
Somebody stop him!
I walk over to him and say, "Hey man, what's up? Hey man, what's up? How's it going?"
Just ordering a drink.
What did you drink? Are you sure?
Celebrate going out on a big adventure with you guys.
Yeah. Are you sure you should be drinking before before a day like tomorrow?
Do you know who my father is?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Then you know why I drink.
What
The
do you
guy's
mean?
a fucking control freak. Like, holy shit, he's tried to control my life ever since, and my mother's just coddling me like I can't make my own way in the world, and my dad's just trying to be like, you gotta be this in your life. So I'm like,
I sit down beside
oh
him.
my god, I just want to be me and stuff.
So what is it you want to do?
I want to have a good time right now is what I want to do.
Okay. If we
Right.
remove drinking from the equation, what is it you want to do?
You know, I never really thought about it. I just know that I didn't really. Well, I guess I could be a diplomat or something, but which is what I'm doing now. I mean, I don't hate it, but at the same time, it's the only thing that I ever really was told to do, and it's the only thing I know how to do, so I do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's fun, but I'd say that I do it.
Well, we have like a month or something until we get to where we need to be. I can maybe teach you a few different ways of living if you would like. I can teach you about Bahamut and
Oh, you're one of the holy types. Oh God.
I can teach you about fighting too if you want.
Look, I already know how to fight. It's part of the upbringing. Like, you don't get to be a noble around here unless you know how to use a rapier.
Okay.
Well, fencing is a big thing in my family.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there's so many things you can do. We've got, like, a month. I can teach you medicine if you wanted.
Nah, it's not quite my style, but maybe I'll look into it a bit. Who knows?
Because I'm just saying, if you...
So would you say that have I heard this going on?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to talk to him. Okay.
Wait, no, wait. Let David.
Yeah,
interject.
David, if you want to jump in at any time, like, feel free to interrupt me.
Please do.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that if you just...
Well, I would.
Oh.
David.
Yeah, David, jump in if you're gonna
say
something.
I would say that if you want to be a diplomat, that's really something that you're interested in doing. Wouldn't you want to be able to do it the best that you possibly can?
Well, yeah, but
Drinking's not gonna let you do that great if you're gonna be drunk, and then...
You should show him your gun, David. Ring of message, bitch. Go. Show him your gun, wink wink.
So...
Oh my God.
Show him the big gun.
No comment.
The look he's
Please keep it
giving
PG,
you
David.
right now.
Yeah.
He's just glaring at you right now through the screen. FYI.
Well,
No, like seriously though, it could interest him. Firearms. I'm just saying. I would be interested if someone
would
said,
you
"Hey,
be
look at this
interested in
piece
some
of shit."
firearms? Guns, stuff like that. I say that to... I still can't remember his name.
what's a firearm?
Mireya.
Emilio, yeah, I say that to Emilio. David,
take it
how about you
over.
show him what you have? You got some really cool firearms. That's what they're called.
Is it like a glove that's on fire or something? What the hell kind of shit is this?
Kind of.
David, go.
David, are you not interested in this?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to show his guns. That's his business. He
Okay.
doesn't want to show his
Okay,
guns.
Well, here, I'll make you a deal. If you don't drink tonight, if you stay sober, you'll get to see the firearms during the adventure.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. And anyways,
yeah, I guess I'll have a water Thorogood.
yeah.
And you can see that Thorogood is visibly sighing with relief as he pours some spring water for Imariel.
Achievement for Thava. Stop a drunkard from getting drunk on before the mission.
Yeah,
Listen,
there's two of them you couldn't stop though.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
we're
that.
gonna have to deal with their hangovers.
Oh, as I said to
yes.
sorry, just to interrupt real quick. Something I said to Zoel was if you guys sleep in, you miss the bandwagon, then you're staying behind. Anyways, now whoever was saying something before.
I hope
Someone was about
Nymera
to say
wakes me
something.
up.
Rosalina got my back.
Only what I can trust.
Anyways, I feel
Lord.
achieved. I stopped him from getting drunk. So I stopped someone from getting drunk. That's achievement.
Do you all
Important.
turn in for the night?
I
Yeah,
eat some
Fucking
more and
gross.
then I go to sleep, yeah.
I definitely go to sleep.
All right. So is this where we want to call it for the night, or do you want to keep going?
I would love to keep going, to be honest, but
Mhm.
everyone else has lives. I don't.
1 second. We have been recording for 2 hours.
However, you guys, I'm ready to continue right now.
I can continue for a little longer
Yeah,
if you guys would like to,
I can.
but I'm leaving this option up to you.
I think this is a good place to stop, continuity-wise.
Okay, he wants
I
to.
mean,
he
we
wants
can.
to stop. We don't have to.
I'm saying we could
Yeah.
wake up and then start the adventure, because then the next episode we have to actually.
Well,
I guess it
you
still
do need.
works.
There is a few discussions that have to happen beforehand before you guys leave.
And if we did those
We can do
tonight,
that real quick, and
we
then
did-
that way.
We can start the adventure in the next episode.
All right.
Let's ask David.
Let's try and blow through the quick stuff then. So, the next morning, you guys wake up. Two of you with.
So I don't have a hangover?
Sure, try rolling Constitution to see how bad your hangover is.
Oh my god.
Constitution with disadvantage.
Nope, just straight Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah.
See how bad the hangover is.
You're already drunk. It's just a hangover you're dealing with.
That's fine. Sweet. Forgot I have really good constitution.
Oh my goodness, Zoel.
Oh.
Can we just leave Zoel and just like take Rosalina instead?
I'm good.
He died. He died of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, so Zoel is unbelievably still a little drunk. Yet he's not even hungover. He's still drunk. Mire is fine, has a bit of a headache, but Zoel, holy shit. So you guys go up to meet with the rest of the council, and on your way in, Kenji, Sean, and Bertrand Steelbeard stop David, and they hand you something. It's like, we worked very hard on this here. Bertrand calls it bad news.
Oh.
Get enchanted.
It's quite powerful of a rifle. Stronger than the musket, which I remember putting together a while ago.
I want to say at this point.
Oh no, it's the sniper.
I want to say at this point. How many barrels is the bad news?
The bad news has 1 barrel.
Okay, so
It's a sniper.
Dave, I'm just David. I would kind of look and say, we were talking. We were talking about enchanting shit, man. You could totally, like I said, I know people, David. I know people everywhere. And I could easily, if you left it behind, I will give you my gold. I have a favor I owe you, and we will enchant the shit out of this bitch, and then I could get it to you next week when it's done. I promise, David. You can
At the
trust
mention
me.
of having David's gun enchanted, I say, I'm learning enchantments, so maybe I could try.
Buy a master enchanter. Cough, cough.
Anyway, so you guys are led up to the council room as you all enter. Brenna stares at Zoel. This man is drunk.
You.
I cover his mouth before he can speak.
Wait, no.
And
Who's Brenna?
he just
Who's
kind
Brenna?
of gets out of her chair and kind of puts her hand on you. You are no longer drunk.
Wait, no, wait.
Yes!
What? Wait, before she says that though, can I please say, you are a mighty observant woman.
Please don't.
She just puts her hand over your face and casts Lesser Restoration, thereby curing you of your drunkenness.
What
But
the
not the
fuck?
headache that follows.
Oh, God.
Thank you. He said he needed to
She
go off
just
to
sits
talk.
back down, very disappointed. Emariel is also in the room, and he is very sober.
Yay!
And so, Aelfric kind of leans forward, and is like, "So, are you accepting the quest that we put out for you?"
Not so loud,
Yes,
Mr. Elf.
we are accepting the quest.
Very good.
Can I slap Zoel on the back and like yell in his ear? It's too bad.
Please
for
don't.
you!"
If you yell, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna give yourself a headache too, because you have a slight
Yeah,
headache.
you have a headache too.
Yeah, you do.
Only a slight one though, and my constitution's really high. I can stand pain.
All right, so
Fucking hell.
they kind of
Dumb
give you your
fire
money, and
bitch.
everybody seems to leave, with the exception of Aelfric, Aldor, Yanita, and Kit. Emariel also leaves. And
So, what's with the deal with the I'm not drunk. Never. I was in the mood to be drunk, man.
Yeah.
So
Zoel, do you want me to speak?
what's are they like approached by us so we can talk to them?
Everyone leaves except for these 4.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And are they nearby, like conversing with us, like able to?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't
It's like-
interrupt them in a conversation.
Like, so, Aldor speaks up, is like, so the reason the 4 of us are staying behind is firstly because of a conversation that your half-elf had with us yesterday, so we need to clear the air about that.
Is Kit
We
here?
also need to clear the air about
I just look
the
at
job
Zoel
that
like,
we've hired you for.
I tried to tell you not to get drunk. And then I look back, trying to like remain calm.
First off, personally, I believe Yanita backs me up on this, as does Kit.
I just like glare
We
at
want
Zoel.
you to kill Silas.
Yes!
Oh.
Meyer jumps up in glee. Woohoo!
I know Silas. I know exactly what his game is. We can't say this publicly, but we want you to kill Silas Tetris.
Don't.
Well, a lot of money for it.
I will reward you personally.
Will
You
you
have my
reward
word as
us?
an Ironforge.
What about if we? And this is the more rational sense of Zoel. What about if we imprison him for life? Like, isn't
He'll break out.
I
know this man.
Do you want us
he
to
is
make his death
far
look
more
like an accident, or do you want us
Yeah,
to
that's
just...
what I was about to say. If we
just
make it
kill
look
him.
like an accident.
Just kill him. I know what the man is capable of. He's capable of terrible things. You can't let him live.
Assassination is not the job I signed up for.
David's not okay with this.
I understand that. You will be paid for taking the diplomats, and you'll be paid for that, but I'm warning you all. If you let this man live, the world could be in peril.
Okay.
I kind of grip his.
I am very okay with killing him.
I grab
I
his
will do that.
and I say, "A job's a job, mister."
Just think about it. Is all I'm asking.
How
And then
evil are we
Aelfric-
talking? Are we talking about like Tiamat levels of evil, or like? I need to know the scale.
Yanita's like, well, they say that he's got a second in command who worships Tiamat, so maybe about that range.
I have a
Oh.
question. Where do you fit on into this, Yanita? What is like? I'm looking at
really
everyone
just
here.
I'm here mostly because I agree so much with Aldor that I wanted to kind of be here to support
David.
Okay.
his notion.
David, what is your what are your thoughts on this?
Assassination is definitely not something to be taken lightly.
You could do it so easily.
You can, but he does bring up a good point.
All the more reason not to.
There's a large difference between speculation and fact, which is what he's saying.
Thava, listen.
I know for a fact this man is evil and he should die and
Thava.
burn.
Thava,
And I nod along, agreeing
honey,
with...
honey, sweetie,
Don't
Thava,
call
you
me
are
honey, or I will
you are
backhand
so-
you again.
you are so cute and naive. But this man's offering not only he's offering reward, and it's just a person, a very, very mean. And you heard his second in
I'm not
command
sa-
worships Tiamat.
I know,
Tiamat.
I know this. I'm just saying that David does bring up a good point, and I'm trying to make sure that David's voice is also heard. Like
And by the way,
I'm for getting rid of the evil.
Oh.
Let me say
What?
that. But I also
just to
don't want
clear the
David
air
to feel
here.
out of the circle.
And just to clear the air here before you all go with your comment yesterday,
I stared at
We are-
Zoel. What did you say, Zoel?
we're very aware of the... Well, let's just come out and say it then. Her name's not Kit.
That's not
Okay.
what I was
Her real
expecting.
name is Mireya Frey. She's run away from her hometown in Shania. I'm Aelfric here is her uncle.
But that doesn't answer. That doesn't answer. You just gave me a thing. What does she have to do with me?
If the family resemblance is with her and not so much with myself, that means she's your cousin, isn't she? No, she's your half sister in a way.
And
You two share a father.
what? And I kind of blank. What's his name?
And Mireya looks at you and says, his name is Carrick Frey. He's a very, very terrible man.
And you're related to him, Alfric?
Alfred is like, Carrick is my brother-in-law.
By merit. Somehow makes me, I guess, related to you in some way, and through marriage at least. This is all happening.
I'm sure this is a lot to take in, but...
I was smuttering under my breath, especially with that hangover.
Carrick.
Yes, especially with the hangover. You have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I go blank.
Mireya kind of speaks up and she says, the first thing that I need to tell you about this is that you can't keep chasing after Carrick.
Fuck that.
Listen, Aelfric and I have been planning a way to handle Carrick for quite some time. If you're going to try and take the fight to him, you need to do it in a certain way, or he will find you and he will burn down everything you've ever known and loved.
He's already done that.
Oh.
No, he hasn't.
You still have
And
Rosalina.
she looks over at Rosalina. No, he hasn't.
Okay, I thought you were mentioning my sister, but how the fuck do you know about my sister? I'll kick your fucking ass.
No, she's looking at Rosalina when she says that. First thing we need to do is we need to take Rosalina into protective custody while you're on your little adventure. That's the first step.
I might know of a place that she could stay safe.
I know of a better...
Back in Saya, in my church. In
No,
the temple I was in.
Thava.
Mm-hmm.
Churches are dumb. Anyway,
I would like to backhand David again. Or sorry, not David. I'd like to backhand Zoel again.
I have a request.
Deal 1 damage.
Okay, you just automatically take 1 damage this time, Zoel.
I have a request. I have an old ranger friend. I can easily use one of my contacts to find him. His name is Dane. I'm not sure. I mean, he used to be a ranger. Is Shadowstep a ranger? Is Darnell, by the way?
Darnell Shadowstep is a rogue.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was rogue or ranger. I wasn't sure. But I'm sure.
What the hell am I here? Sorry.
What?
I just updated. I just closed my Skype because all my conversations are starting to have numbers next to them that aren't there. So I exited to restart it, and now I'm hearing the Skype boop, boom, boom, boom kind of noise.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
okay. Yeah. I have a request. Please, I'll give you the information. Get Rosalina to Dane. That is my only request.
We will do our best to work with that, but she may be safer here than she is out there.
I'm sorry, at this point, I don't know you. I don't know anyone here. I don't even know if, no offense, you're even on my side at this point. If you're really doing, I don't know if you're going to turn around and go to Carrick with this, but I
hate my father very much, thank you.
I'm sure you have your reasons, but I have mine, and I place my trust with Dane for now. So that is at this point, that is my only, or perhaps bring Dane here because I have another asset that I would like protected.
We'll see that they're protected. No worries.
Okay. And that's my request. Peace out.
So, we'll present you with your extra 400 gold now. Okay. And Aldor presents you with each with your extra 400. It's like, you can prepare yourselves. Get ready. Tomorrow, you head towards Albion.
A question: is there any stables?
Any what?
What?
Stables.
Yes,
like for horses.
You'll find a stable. No problem.
Okay. That's another thing we should look at, guys. Maybe mounts. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna make the tripper. But my gold, I'm letting everyone know, my gold is spent with David. But okay, I can't
that's
hear
what I
you
heard
guys
too.
Second. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I also heard staples.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
Still
what
drunk.
office gear for?
Anyway, so at that point, if we leave from here on, I'm gonna head with David to the Enchanters, if that's what David wants to do.
There is something I wanted to do with Zoel before you left.
Okay.
So I take Zoel, and we go like out of the room and kind of get out of the sight of everyone. I pull out my battle axe and aim it right at his throat. I say, "Now Zoel, I liked you from our very first adventure we had together in the mansion. However, if you make one more snide remark like that, you've seen what my battle axe can do. It will go straight through your neck."
I get really tense about religion. I get really tensed up, and I look at you and I say, "I've tolerated you thus far, but do not mention religion around me. I know you're a paladin, but do not even preach around me, because I will not stand for it." And get ready for this? I spit at your battle axe.
I would like to swing at your neck.
I would like Thava to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
You've made a bad mistake, sir. Maybe. Advantage, disadvantage, or normal roll?
Normal roll.
Normal roll. Oh! You've made a grave mistake.
Look, I have...
Thava, you are blacking out, and there's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh!
Oh
no!
Wait, no, hold on. Before, can we rewind? I still want to talk to Nim while Zoel and Thava has left.
Alright, so just keep in mind that the moment that Thava blacks out is the moment where we're cutting off for tonight.
Fuck that.
Yes. But, like, I wanted to, like, maybe nudge Nymera and get her to come with me over to the side. And I wanted to talk to her about Silas.
Somewhere inside of Thava, by the way. I don't want to die.
Oh,
Here's
the thing. So when I had aimed my battle axe at your neck, your neck was basically like almost right in between like the two parts of the battle axe. You spat on that. It's not gonna go. Oh. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.